Lords and ladies, welcome to Beyond the Source Wall, issue 15, One Universe. Chosen by Sean himself. Do you want to just go into why it's One Universe? What happened in the news? This is in reference to DC, right? This is in reference to DC.
Death metal.
Oh, that was in reference to death metal? Oh, that's why I was confused.
When they all come together on the battlefield, they're like, one universe. One universe.
And now
one universe.
One of us.
One of us. There you go.
One of us.
Solve the mystery in my head. Thank you, Shawnee. And you know what? That will start with introduction. Shawnee, how you doing?
Hello. How are you all doing? I am
Good.
very tired.
Yeah, you've been Christmas shopping.
I have been working a lot and then Christmas shopping.
Do you feel good about it? It's really nice to get. It feels good to get presents for people. So, was it satisfying?
Yeah, but I went straight from work and was just so tired. I was walking around and I was like, I don't have the energy to do this.
Right. It wasn't in like best form, like perfect.
No, I got a few things, but I'm just going to be buying stuff from our supreme overlord, Jeff Bezos.
Oh, I see. It's
week.
One of those years. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to just tell everybody what you read this week? And tell them how...
You mean what I read within the last half hour?
Exactly.
What did we have this week? Decorum, Stillwater, We Live. A few things I should have read that I didn't get around to, and what is around the DC front. We've got Batman, Rorschach, and Death Metal, and I think that's all I've done this week.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. My stack.
A few things I should have read, but I didn't get around to.
We all had a big fat stack this week.
Yeah, fat stack. Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Feels good. Feels good to have that fat stack.
Yeah, it's feast or famine.
I was like power reading this whole week. It was crazy. But let's see.
Yeah, I got a fat stack.
Who else do we got? Ty, what's cracking? How you doing?
What it is? What's crack-a-lackin'? What it is?
You do any Christmas shopping?
I've been trying to, man. I got a couple things here and there, but it's the pandemic, so everything is
it's a shame.
A little bit more tight
It's
together.
Fun. It's fun to shop and get people shit. It feels good. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But
hurts my wallet.
Yeah, it hurts the wallet, of course, but smiles
sure.
on faces. But buying it online's a little different. It's kind of nice to go and like do things.
Yeah, I like it. It just feels different this year. Like everyone's depressed. Everyone's wearing masks. There's no Christmassy spirit.
Yeah.
Like I like going when there's like always people out.
Are there any festive masks? You haven't seen much of them.
No.
Right?
Yes, actually, I found someone with a wreath on their
I'd
face.
probably just do a nice Santa beard. Santa beard would be a good mask. It'd be pretty dope.
In my area last year, there was a guy who was walking around with he put like green glitter in his beard, and he had like little fake ornaments and everything. It was actually kind of precious.
It's a bitch to get glitter off of you. So fuck.
Unless
it's like biodegradable glitter, then you can just wash that shit off. So, because it like breaks down.
Glitter, as was described to me by somebody who had no major impact on my life, is
that's very horrible.
The herpes of confectionaries.
Herpes of the
yeah, that's funny. Do you want to tell everybody what you read?
Herpes of the crafts world. That's what it was.
There you go.
I read a lot. My stack was fat, so I read Batman, Death Metal, Superman, final issue of the Bendis run, Fantastic Four, which was surprisingly good. Rorschach. I picked up
what you were saying, the final.
One.
So when you were like, Superman, final issue of Bendis, Fantastic Four. I thought it was the Bendis issue was fantastic, and I was like, was it really? Was it?
It was okay. It was just okay.
Okay.
The last issue of Batman's Grave, which was good for me because that means I can get rid of it and sell it finally. Green Lantern 10, which was just weird. Immortal Hulk, King in Black, issue number 1, which was my favorite this week.
Was there a slight bitterness of Batman's Grave in your tone when it came to it ending and you wanting to sell it? Was it not good?
I wanted to get rid of this like 4 issues ago. I was really excited for this because Brian Hitch, and then it just turned into Warren Ellis writing a book about him punching people, and that's it.
All right. Did he turn him into the Punisher? Is that what you're saying? He just
no, it's just like it's not the things that you love about Batman. I mean, there's a little bit in the beginning of him trying to solve the mystery, which I really loved, but towards the end, it was just like, yeah, exactly. So there's this sequence that's fantastic. I won't go into it too much, but it's him like surrounding himself in this digital room in his mind and trying to solve like this part of this mystery. And I actually wish that they would do stuff like that more in the main Batman book. That was the thing that stood out to me with this. It just kind of fell flat for me is all. And that's going to end my rant on the book.
Oh yeah. No, I sensed this. I heard a little bitter in there when you said it, so I wasn't sure. I wanted to see. So it was worth it because now I realize I kind of looked at that run too and was like, is it going to be good? So I'm kind of glad I didn't go into it, you know, because I'm that type of person who feels that, well, I got to get them all so I can sell them. You know, it's easier to sell or something as a here, take
you
it
don't
all.
Sell.
You know what I mean? No, I have some. I have to.
You hoard.
No, I can't. I do hoard, but I really do sell too. Like if it's something I know I'm just not into, it's got to go. It's got to get out of there. It can't sit amongst the other ones on the shelf. It just it salts them.
It hasn't earned its place.
Yeah. Ludocrats. Sorry, but that's in the sell box.
I didn't even bother. Like,
I had
picked up
to.
issue 1.
The problem is,
and it was bad. I checked out issue 2 digitally and then just.
The covers are cool, so I wanted to get all of them. I said, hey, you know what? Maybe I can sell all 5 of them, and some fool will grab them. Ha ha ha. No, but,
isn't that coming back for a second volume sometime soon? You can collect the second series as well and sell them all together.
That noise! Oh my god!
And the third series.
Maybe I'll use that as an opportunity. Is there really a second? Are you kidding me, Sean? Is there really a second series?
I think I remember reading. I don't know.
I'll use that as leverage to get rid of the first series because somebody will be like, "Well, man, I've heard good things.
I need to catch up."
Yeah.
Here and Gillen series.
Like, here, come on. Right. Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's introduce the last person, Crave. What's up, man?
Hey.
What's
going all right?
You had a little super baby earlier.
Yeah. He didn't get this. He didn't get to stick around,
but it was cool.
Yeah. Owen was dressed up like Superman. He chose well.
Yeah, that is a good choice. Yeah, well, Mad, my son was Batman last night in pajamas, so
yeah,
I'd say
both sons have chosen
you're Spider-Man now, Dave.
Yeah, and I am, as always, just repping Spidey.
You're so youthful.
Yeah.
Both sons
for this
I'm with the kids, man. You know what I mean? I know the
He's like, Marvel, Sony, please sponsor us.
Please, and send us the comics. You know,
give us $1.
Give us $1
and support us on Patreon. Give us $1.
Yeah.
What did you read this week, Crave?
Same as you guys. Stillwater, Solid Blood. I was really excited about that. A little bit of nostalgia. Rorschach, We Live. I don't know. Anybody else read the Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood? No.
Is it still going good?
It wasn't as good as the first one.
The Black, White, and it's called Black, White, and
Blood.
And Blood.
So
it's
it's Black, White, and Red. That's all it is.
Is it kind of the equivalent to the Batman, the Black and White thing, an anthology series of a character?
Yeah, everyone, they just bring in a bunch of writers and artists and just do a bunch of. They just jump all over the place with Wolverine. So you got a Patch story, you got a Logan story, you got a Weapon X story. I feel like there was just more in the first issue than there was this one.
The creative teams on this issue.
Let's see.
So the first one had like Ben Percy, I want to say, Declan Shelby.
4 stories in the first one, but there's only 3 in this one. So Vita Ayala. That's it. I had that backwards with Greg Land.
With your face on it.
Yeah, Greg Land as the artist. Nice. Seeing Red, Saladin Ahmed is the writer, and Kev Walker is the artist. And then the last one was Chris Claremont as the writer, and Salvador LaRocca as the artist.
How did Claremont do?
It was
all
right.
Traced?
Possibly.
He's the one who traces, isn't he?
Greg Land is.
Is LaRocca not one of them as well?
I needed to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, if it was Greg Land, Greg Land is in the first one.
So the whole book was traced, essentially.
The whole book is traced. This is a really beautiful trace book. I'm really enjoying it, guys.
That one That one might be
Batman
familiar.
returns Wolverine in this issue because all the artists just copied his face.
Black, white, and red, right? Or is it black, white, and blood?
Blood.
That's pretty cool.
I'd
Yeah.
Sabretooth story now.
The first issue was really, really good.
Yeah.
So I am going to pick this up, but I just ran out of time.
Yeah. First one is Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Second one is this guy called Arcade. Some weird version of the Riddler.
Wait. Did you say this is some guy named Arcade?
Yeah. I'm not familiar
I'll
with
hurt
that
you.
guy.
I will hurt you.
You don't know? No, I don't know either, so please enlighten.
You don't
Did
know
he show up in one
Arcade,
of-
bro.
Did he show up in one of the recent Iron Man issues?
He's shown up
weird,
in one of the more
obscure?
recent, actually Amazing Spider-Man issues. He came up in the most recent. So the reason why Nick Spencer actually is on Spider-Man right now is because of an event that he did where it was like Kraven doing one final hunt, kind of like an homage to the last hunt. But this was all funded by Arcade. Arcade's been around since issue 100 of Uncanny X-Men. He's an original creation of Chris Claremont's. He's a really interesting character. He's a little nutty. He's kind of like Willy Wonka.
But yeah, this wasn't the Chris Claremont story though. That's kind of weird.
He's an interesting character. I really want to read this now just because of that.
Yeah, I gotta look up this guy, Saladin Ahmed, because they do
Yeah, Arcade showed up in Iron Man 2.
Oh no! Yeah. All right. Right on.
I knew that name sounds familiar.
I'm wondering if he wrote himself in, because Wolverine
By the way, I'm
starts
getting around to
out.
Iron Man 4 today.
Yeah, Wolverine starts out in a Lebanese restaurant, and they kidnap the waiter in there.
So Saladin Ahmed is a writer that's been around for a minute. Actually, I think that
he's doing Miles
No, he
Morales.
doesn't look anything like the waiter.
Okay.
Yeah. But he puts him in this escape room kind of thing. He's got to rescue the kid, or else he's going to have molten lava poured on him. And there's this meter, and Wolverine has to not kill any of the robots. So he's got to... It's all about overcoming your baser instincts in this issue, I guess. So he's got this meter that goes along the bottom as time goes up, or as he kills these robots up here.
Yeah, I actually really want to read that now.
You've peaked. You've sold it to somebody, Crave. Good on you.
Yep.
You did it. Yeah. The only thing I have to add to this is Black Cat, Big Girls, and I think that was it.
How good was that Black Cat issue, though?
Yeah, it was really good. But hold on,
Surprisingly.
real quick. It was really good. It was. Solid Blood, just to shout it out so everybody knows that this was just like randomly dropped and by Kirkman and Image, and they're on some kind of
universe.
Huh?
So everybody got one but me.
From an
Cool.
alternate universe.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got to be on top
Yeah,
of that stuff.
everyone hold yours up.
So,
now.
Yeah, the announcement came out
show the
a
back.
week-
Show the back though. That's going to be the second
announcement
issue.
came out like a week ago Wednesday. They announced it like Wednesday night, and Thursday morning I called into the local comic book shop, like, do you guys know what this is? No, maybe it's on the list, I guess.
Good
Put me
looks.
down.
Good looks. I got it when I went there. He had them out, and I grabbed one.
No, there were none left when I got in there.
Damn.
I go in like around noon, so they've been open for.
I just feel like
couple
where
hours
I
at that point.
live, man. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a lucky spot where I don't think it's. I didn't get any of those Joker cards for the 3 Jokers. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
I always think about.
I can always get a poster. I can always get something because I just feel like the regulars who go there on like every Wednesday stuff must not be many of them or something. I'm kind of grateful for that, so I don't really have to like. There was a decent bit left, so that was cool.
Cool.
But this universe is now a universe. It's gonna have another issue, but it won't be called. This is called Solid Blood 17, and then on the back cover, I'm not pulling mine out, so I can't show it.
It's just like a
Pick Fight
Robert
9.
Kirkman. It's like a Robert Kirkman. What if things had gone different?
Yeah.
I don't know did you guys read the article? Because you didn't read the issue yet. The article I think Sean posted. So
I posted it and I didn't even read it.
Oh yeah. So
I might have done. I don't remember.
They not just the comic itself, but all of Image Comic is different in the other universe. Like if you look at the credits on here, which you're never going to be able to read this, but they're like Rob Liefeld is the chief creative officer instead of Robert Kirkman in this universe, and instead of being
he's like fourth. This is cool because he's like breaking a wall.
Yeah, so this still has all the original. Donny Cates, PR and marketing.
Yeah. There's a couple other people.
That kind of indicates to me. I'm just saying the way Donny Cates doing crossover. I don't know if he'll be. I don't know how long this is planning on going.
Yeah.
Like the way the back. Sean, show that cover again. That back cover. It's awesome. Like for the next issue, that's freaking sick, man.
Cory Walker on art.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
And they got they have Image Comics still in Berkeley, California.
Right.
Never made the move up north.
That's interesting. That's cool. That's cool. So this is like
Yep.
fourth wall. This is like our universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's breaking our universe.
There's a whole letter column in the back.
That's cool. That's kind of like how Watchmen broke. Like Superman is in Watchmen in the comic book. He's mentioned like, by Hollis Mason. Like he was like in the. It's cool. So like technically Watchmen is our universe or something. Like the real world. You know. Cool. So like Kirkman's kind of doing that with this, or I don't know who's helming this. Is it just because he's not on the next one? So I don't know who's actually.
Yeah. No, Kirkman will be writing the next one. Cory Walker's the artist.
Oh man, dude, I'm fucking.
Yeah, right. He's teaming back up with Cory Walker.
Whoa,
in this.
Okay.
Cory Walker's the original artist on Invincible.
So, Craig, you read it. Can you just tell me one thing? How was dialogue?
It was a bit heavy.
Okay.
I mean, you're in issue 17 of a series, and you're following like 3 or 4 different storylines. Like there's one character that appears for one page.
But we're in issue 17 of a series that never actually happened, right?
Yeah, well, it happened in that universe. In that universe, Walking Dead and only made it a couple issues. Invincible never happened. There's no Skybound.
Wow, this is cool. I like this.
Yeah, because he mentions in the letter column at the end, I did have a quick skim through that, and he does mention, it'll be my first series to make it to issue 25.
Wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, and this is happening in 2020, so it still has that 90s, early 2000s vibe, but it's happening today.
I can only
they didn't really what do they say? Whatever happened around the 2000s didn't transform the industry and move comics forward like The Walking Dead did.
I can only hope I can continue to collect it, like at a retail price, because it was kind of convenient.
Yeah,
like that I could grab this. So are we saying that the next release will kind of be just as wonky and weird, where it's just like, hey, you get what you get, we're sending it out?
So.
Man, I
think you'll probably. I would guess you'd be able to order it. I mean, I'll look on Previews World.
I did send it to my guy.
I don't think there's anything out yet.
I did send the Kick Fight article to my dude. So Phantasm Comics, shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Now that we got all that shit out of the way, sorry. Let me do these social media stuff. If you're new here, we're a comic podcast. We talk all things comic related: weekly reads, deep dives, backlogs, reviews, solicitations, news. Man, I'm gonna keep making that longer and longer till I run out of breath. As always, we can be reached at any of the social media garbage. On Twitter, we are SW Comics. Instagram, Reddit, Twitch, Patreon, we are Sourcewall Comics. If you feel inclined to give us $1 and support us, you can go over to Patreon, where
Please give us $1.
Where you will gain access to our Discord and get into shenanigans where I kind of want to interact and there will be interactions, I kind of want to get like a thing where we do like a theory, like imagine like, all right, The Mandalorian just ended. What are our predictions? I kind of want to give like people a chance to give me some fanfic and like write like a paragraph of what they predict.
I predict that Disney is going to milk this for all it's worth.
Yeah, well, that would be the most honest and righteous prediction, I would say.
But I trust Favreau and Filoni.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. Did Favreau do Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
Iron Man 1 and 2.
I wish he only did 1 because 2's still good. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that
I watched that last week and it was all right. It's forgettable.
Yeah, that's the. It's
I actually know the reason why that is.
It's how things end. they have all these build-ups to this, you make God bleed, this man versus God fight, and then it ends up being armies versus.
Yeah. Well, he talks about there's going to be all sorts of things coming out of the woodwork now, and
Do we all know that he's Natasha's father? Right? We all are aware of that, right?
Who?
Jon
Ivan.
Favreau.
No, I'm sorry. No, Ivan. His name's Ivan. What's his name?
Ivan Drago.
Yeah, sure. He's he's Natasha's. He's Natasha's father. What do you mean? In Infinity War, they say son or daughter of Ivan.
But there's so many men named Ivan.
Get that. No, get out of here. Get out of here.
Everyone's called Ivan or Sergey.
No. So that's gonna. All right. So $5 if it happens in the movie. She finds out who her dad is.
Okay.
But it has to be Mickey Rourke's character.
No, it's never going to be revealed. You know why? Because she died saying, I didn't even know who my father was. So he says Ivan, and then remember... And then,
I'll take that $5.
Way too heavy. You gotta remember it.
Yeah.
She's coming back because of the show.
Yeah, she's in Loki. Spoilers.
Maybe.
Oh, that's cool. No, sorry. So that was my little... He said Ivan, and I kind of put that together as like, oh, so we just confirmed that it's the Russian, because she's...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new segment of the show that we're trying out where we're going to do bidding and bets. We're going to start doing gambling. We have a $5 bid going on for Ivan being Natasha Romanoff's father.
I'll tell you, if you... putting the mic doesn't...
Here's the first thing. Is Ivan Vanko Black Widow's dad? That's the first thing that pops up if you say, is Ivan Vanko?
I'll take that.
I want to see this happen now. No, you know what? I want somebody to...
No, because she does die saying... I'm just saying she does die saying... In Endgame, she dies saying, like, I didn't even know who my father was. Like, that was, like, the whole big thing of why she's kind of fucked up.
I'll tell you why. So I like this sort of discourse, and I actually owed Sean $5 for this exact kind of thing. I lost $5 to Sean, and I will be the first to say it because I'm a good sport. Sean made a prediction that...
But it only converted to £3. About $3.50.
It did. Actually, that's true. Sean, actually, what was the character that became the next Batman?
Tim Fox.
Boom.
And
see, that's what it was.
So, sorry, that was my little, like...
No. This is a good conversation to have.
MCU tangent.
I like this. I like this sort of stuff, man. This is exciting for me. I like it when we have this.
I could get the fans to interact with my crazy theories. So that's what I'd like.
You can get us to interact with them, man. I'll lose $5 to you. I don't care.
Well, hopefully it comes true, and I get my 5. No, luckily, there's no conversion.
Get your 5 back. What's up?
We
can get the Patreons involved and be like, okay, place $5 for the bet.
Yeah, we're just like,
we get shut down for breaking gambling laws.
International gambling laws.
Yeah.
So do you want to go into the news? Like, just do the news?
Yeah.
And then we'll just listen. When it comes to these comics, pick the ones you want to talk about, and then shout out the ones you know.
They're talking about this guy, Ivan Petrovich.
Oh, Crave, you're still going. Oh, I got you. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, no, that was just like he said that, and I'm kind of like one of those people. I hear stuff.
Come up with those crazy theories. One of them's gonna stick
eventually.
Yeah.
Before we go into the news, actually, I wanted to clarify something because you guys brought up Iron Man 2 just really quick. The reason why that one was different was because Feige had more control over that one than Favreau, and Favreau actually left directing. For Marvel and the MCU specifically because of that. He was really disappointed
because all of a sudden the vision became much grander than just what they had intended, So Feige probably said, no, it has to go this way in order to be, I don't really blame Feige, but also I can see that I wish he only did the first one because that one had I can tell that there was meddling or something's weird about the second one,
I still really enjoyed 2.
Me too.
But I can definitely see people's...
There was good dialogue. Good dialogue and stuff,
I didn't like... The worst part for me was Whiplash.
You're not the first person to say that.
Do you not like Mickey Rourke? Because I feel like he's a hate. He's the people.
We don't talk smack about Mickey Rourke.
I like Mickey Rourke. That's why I was asking.
I have no strong opinion on him.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
No strong opinion.
I think there's a lot of people who have You do have
He
opinions
just
on
didn't
him,
really do anything, and he just
Really?
kept going around like, "Where's my bird? I want my bird. Give me my bird. This is not my bird. I want this bird now."
That
Mickey
was
Rourke
actually another thing that was.
Remember, he's like
Go
this
ahead.
with his Boyd.
He's got a
his
little
Boydie.
toothpick in.
His
He
little
wanted his
Boyd-
character
Boydie.
to be deeper, more sympathetic,
Yeah,
and they cut out so much stuff for him.
He had beef with it.
That
yeah.
actually exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, because he's a character actor. He's a fantastic.
I think he did. I still think he
multi-award-winning
did a
actor.
good job. I think he did a good job.
Yeah.
I thought for what it was.
I really like Sam Rockwell in that movie.
Yeah, I was just
He
about to
did
say that.
great.
He's good in everything.
Yeah.
And
Everything he does.
I was texting you guys. I was messaging you guys about that.
I'll show you.
Sam Rockwell?
Yeah, just so I know.
He's Captain Hammer.
Yes.
Thank
you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and in the reporter from Iron Man, the reporter from Iron Man, that he takes home and then is asking him the questions at the end. Yeah, well, I was telling you about this the other day.
Yeah, I remember you saying this.
So she comes back. She's doing a piece on Hammer, whatever his first name is.
Justin.
She's Leslie Bibb is the actress. She is married or partners with Sam Rockwell in real life. So they'd been together since 2007, and the movie came out in like 2010. They get a
fucked by Stark.
Yeah,
just in different ways.
Yeah, but they get a good 5 minutes or so talking to each other in the movie. 5 minutes of screen time together.
Sam Rockwell is a gem, dude.
Oh yeah.
Seen Jojo Rabbit?
Yep.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
I have delayed this long enough, so I guess we can move into it to the discussion about the news. So I guess we can just jump right into the biggest news, which is that DC's announced a couple different things, but the biggest news is that their new line air quotes, is going to be
a reboot.
It's not a reboot because it's the same thing that happened with Rebirth. They had Rebirth, then it went into DC Universe on the logo itself. You'll notice that on the actual imprint itself, they'll have different variations of color, but it has the logo of the character, the DC emblem, and kind of just like a celebration of like, we don't want to forego all of these things that we love about the line, about our fans. So this is kind of continuing that. Infinite Frontier is going to be the new line, and the biggest announcement from that is that Brian Michael Bendis and Dave Marquez are going to be taking over Justice League, starting with issue 59 in March, post DC Future State. I can't hear you at all.
Boo.
I'm actually excited about it because his new Avengers run is one of my favorite runs on Avengers, the second only to Jonathan Hickman's run. But I'm also mostly excited about the fact that Dave Marquez is going to be on it.
What about OG?
As I said to you on Twitter,
Avengers Volume 1, the OG run. Pretty dope.
What, was Stan Lee?
Sadly, yes, but so sorry, I just want to say you should read that because it's really cool how bad it is and how good it is at the same time. It's so bad and I couldn't stop reading it. It was just
I've actually read the first 2 issues and I loved it. I just haven't had the chance to continue.
And if you I think if you get to issue 4, Captain America comes out of the ice and then you're just like, all right, I'm here. Because you find out about like Namor and all this stuff. So it's like,
I gotta say, Kurt Busiek is definitely one of those authors that has made people cry from his run on Avengers that I really need to finish reading.
I feel like Busiek's good, man. I feel like Kurt Busiek's real good.
He's a cool dude too. So the other thing kind of going along with
just to add on to what you said about Marquez, you said you're excited for Marquez on his book, but Bendis has revealed Marquez is going to be working with him on a Jinx World book in 2021.
So
he's not going to be on Justice League for long.
How do you know?
He's doing another book.
Am I supposed to know?
He's doing another book next year. He can't do 2 books at once. Artists can't work that way.
Yes, they can. They absolutely can. He's done so much. You're ridiculous. Whoa. He's done Batman, Superman, and then some other things. You're ridiculous.
What other things?
Who is this?
Yeah, but not 2 series alongside each other.
Who is this?
Maybe. So you're talking about Jinx World, Dave. Jinx World is the universe that Bendis has made, which is like a noir kind of universe. It's where he's created Scarlet.
On what?
Private. It's published through Marvel and DC. Jinx World is his universe that allows it's a contract that he signs.
Yeah, how did he swing that deal?
He has them sign a contract and he says, I will sign with you guys as an exclusive if my intellectual properties are mine, but they're published through you. So he has Powers still being published, and it is now being published through DC, but under the Jinx World imprint, because it's technically owned by Bendis.
I want to see this
as
Jinx
well
World
as,
logo. Is it cool?
You got to check out Scarlet, actually. So Scarlet's a lot of fun. It's actually kind of funny because people are comparing Scarlet right now to what's actually happening with the Portland riots, because he actually wrote out a very large, heavy sequence of rioting with Scarlet in Portland. Great storyline. Alex Maleev on art. Mwah. Anyways, DC's announced, and they kind of have really wanted to stress this quite a bit, which is that they're saying that this DC Future State event that's coming out is not, and air quotes here, not a throwaway event, and that it is something that we should be looking forward to, not just with the writers and the artists, but for what the characters are going to be. Which satisfies me to the extent that I'm hoping that this is actually honest, because I actually I did not care about Future State at all, but now I'm kind of curious, considering the new Wonder Woman, considering the next Batman. Mostly it's because of the next Batman, because John Ridley is going to be writing that as well. And the other history of the DC universe has proven to be genius. And I lost $5 to Sean, so I need to know what this character is going to be about. With Bendis being on Justice League, you were saying that it's possible that Dave Marquez is going to hop off. I do want to point something out. Bendis historically does 2 books at once that are tied into each other. In this case, recently it was Action Comics and Superman. Previous to that, it was like All New X-Men and Uncanny X-Men. He loves doing 2 books side by side with each other. So if this one's tied into Legion, that would make sense. It does seem like he might be hopping off with that. Who knows? But if he is going to be doing Justice League, he's going to be doing Justice League and a book that's going to be tied into it somehow. He's always done this. So maybe Marquez is going to be doing Jinx World for a little bit, but typically Bendis doing a Jinx World story is like 6 issues. I really wouldn't be surprised if he does 2 series at once and that they've been working on this Jinx World imprint.
They could have done it in advance, but yeah, it's very rare for artists to have 2 series ongoing at once. But if they've done it in advance, it could be.
You make a strong point, and I'm not going to argue with that. It is really hard.
It reminds me of when Scott Snyder's Justice League started and they billed Jim Chung as the lead artist, and he did issues 1 and 7, and that was it. So
the problem is this. Jim Chung is expensive, and he has made himself to be expensive by making himself a cover artist that is very heavily sought after. A lot of artists can do this, where they make a career off of doing cover arts, and Jim Chung is one of those guys. I love Jim Chung.
Yeah,
I'm always annoyed by how little he does interiors. I want him to do more interiors. I love his work, but he knows that he's too good at this point. He can freehand stuff without thinking about it. And of course, he's going to try to make as much money as possible. If I was an artist, I want to be revered and respected and getting my dollar, of course.
Does he have social media?
Give us $1.
Give $1.
Give us $1. Yes, he does. You can actually check it out. It should be a Jim Chung art on Instagram. Chung is Cheung. Fantastic artist. Historically, he's done a lot of stuff with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And other news,
my problem was more just him being credited as the lead artist on Justice League.
Yes,
and then doing only 2 issues.
Yeah, no, I mean you're not wrong in that sense. I mean it's really frustrating when you have these really big names.
I knew I was following this guy. Yeah, he's got good.
You know who else does this? David Finch. David Finch is always being billed as like the head artist, and then he ends up just doing like the covers.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's really good.
I don't really follow Finch much. I'm not a fan of Finch as much.
I like Finch. I think that he's got some weird opinions,
kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, I mean, I can respect that. I like
the inker makes or breaks his work. I think some artists give him too heavy lines. Just being.
No, I think that's a fair criticism.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair criticism. I think that there's a lot of
his work in early Batman Rebirth stuff was really good because he had Danny Mickey on art, and the inks were so good.
God, Danny Mickey, man. Honestly, I need to start getting a list of everything Danny Mickey inks because he's very talented. You know what? We're starting an Inkers Appreciation Club.
And colorist. I'm throwing colorists out there.
Brad Anderson, let's go. Stargirl has been announced. Stargirl has been announced. Coming
just like
back.
to add one more
Let
thing
me
on
get this
Justice
out.
League.
Nope. Let me just get this out because I've said this like 5 times. Just let me 5 seconds. Jeff Johns is writing Stargirl. No. Let me do it. I'll fucking kill you. Stargirl has been announced for a new series with Jeff Johns writing it, and Todd Knock has done art. I'm excited for this. Go ahead. I got it out.
Going to say as well on the Justice League book, the backup is the Justice League Dark story, still written by Ramby, and a lot of these new books are having backup stories in them.
That's Sir Manico on art, right? Still,
yeah,
awesome. Ram V is really picking it up in the world, man. I'm gonna have to start picking up some of his stuff. I hopped off of his Catwoman book, but I'm gonna have to give it another chance.
I think his Catwoman run, I feel bad for him because his first issue was a tie-in to Joker War. Then he had 3 issues, and then Future State starts.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in a really difficult place of what to do with his few issues before he got tied into.
But he is writing some of the Future State stuff.
Yeah, but it's still a break in the story arc. Like, it's a weird place to put him in.
This is the problem with a lot of publishers. The same thing happened with Civil War. You know, I mean, and a lot of other events, but that's the one that stands out to me the most. There's always going to be events that kind of break into the main story of what's going on. It kind of happened with Bendis's New Avengers storyline. I feel like the problem with publishers is that sometimes they have these really big grandeur plans. And if there isn't good communication between everybody, sometimes that will interfere with what's going on in the story. And I think that's a big reason why Dave gets like pulled off of like events. But I don't really blame him for that because it is a little tiresome. For me, I'm going to spend my dollar on it because I'm a simp for these publishers. But I mean, it is what it is. I just enjoy it for what it is. And if something's good, I really love it, and I'm going to hype it up.
I think it's very it's my, you know, it's subjective, like how I feel or whatever, but like it's like X-Men. So there's what, 8 different things going on right now along with
like
X-Men.
books.
At least.
Yeah.
So
at least.
Upon reading some of them, and not all of them, but some of them, I feel like I came to the conclusion what I feared. You're not worth it. You know, I just want to read a fucking X-Men story, goddamn. It's like, and then you gotta do all this shit, and now it's just like, dude, write one good story first. It's like with when you write music, start simple, man. It's just like it's just this huge fucking thing with and then it's just who you give it's like the teams, like who they decide to link together and shit. I'm on a whole different world with it. So I'm like, you know what, dude? I would just be going straight up Magneto, Xavier, like one shots all the time. Like
Sure.
they're I don't know why they don't have a Black Label thing in Marvel. Like they should be doing that because
they tried to do that a little while ago, but it just ended up being this.
Well, I feel like
it
was like not like Marvel Max wasn't as well organized.
That's what I was gonna say.
It wasn't as well organized as Black Label. Even if Black Label's not really organized, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like like Black Label's really not well organized either. The way that's crazy. But I feel like I guess maybe because Marvel Max started, it didn't do good, but I'm glad it maybe came because it maybe.
Well, that's the thing actually, is it did really well. That's actually the opposite of what happened. The thing with Max is that it was meant to be what Black Label is kind of now. Max was meant to be, let's do adult stories. Like if we want it to be gory and really full of curse words or sex, like we can throw that in there. Wolverine Max had all that. I mean, Garth Ennis's Punisher run. One of the scenes that sticks out in my head is a woman is spying on Punisher and it says, I wonder if he's got a big cock. I like big cocks. Like you wouldn't find that in a regular Marvel book.
That sounds like something from The Room.
Yeah, so I'm totally like tuckered out. Like I can't even read a Captain America run right now. I feel like just from like seeing how many times he's getting dude. You can't look and then tell me I can, because I'm like, okay, there's like every time I read it, it's sullied by Empire. It's sullied by another event. It's sullied by another one. It's like 3 issues. I'm like, dude, I just want to read fucking Captain America. Like, you know,
is his run still being written by Captain America? Is that still being written by Ta-Nehisi Coates? Yeah.
It's just dicey, and I don't blame any of the writers really, because I blame where they're like, I don't know, like
it's still dealing with the fallout from Secret Empire. Is that what it's called?
No, just Empire.
Dang.
No, the
Empire was a couple of years ago, wasn't
Hail
it?
Hydra one.
Oh, that was Secret Empire, yes.
Yeah, like when I caught on,
I'm pretty sure
hopped
Coast
on,
Run was.
Yeah, but it was fine to have those reminiscing shots and like, because I read when I was reading, it kind of went back to, he was when I first started it. It was him coming out of like that whole thing and shit, and like I can understand him having reminiscent thoughts.
Wade had a really good, really short run straight after
Marvel
Secret
Knights?
Empire.
After Secret
Correct.
Empire.
No.
Okay. I have like a Marvel
it was
Knights.
Chris Samney on art.
For 4 issues, and then someone else did the rest. But it was.
Oh, damn.
It was a really good. The follow-on artist was still really good. It was a similar style.
Here's my hopes.
Was it Leo Max?
And dreams.
Did Leo Max do Captain America?
Here's Marvel taking that Mark Waid, Chris Samney run and just being like,
I want to give I'm reading Iron Man
Turning
right
it
now,
into
and none of it is connected to
crushing it
anything
into
going
a diamond.
So I just wanted to like point that out. Like Iron Man's doing something right. Because it's not...
Chris Cantwell is something else, man.
I haven't heard anything from anything. It's an Iron Man story. I'm reading about Iron Man.
It's really good.
Although
I was a bit lost at the beginning of this.
Me too, because they decided to skip. They decided to like kind of like...
Yeah.
They advanced the story a little faster than I thought. I thought she was dead.
I didn't finish the issue, but I read like the first 3 pages.
Here's the solution.
And was like, what am I missing? I need to go back and read issue 3.
No, the solution is get big enough and jam it down their throats with fan support. We just say, no more barcodes, you little fuckers.
Josh, you were saying something about a solution.
Just don't read Marvel and DC.
Yeah. That's how you do
I'm
it.
excited for DC's new stuff. It looks good. And Marvel have put out some good books.
So here's, and then...
they put the barcode on the back of Rorschach.
The back. Yeah.
They did. They did start doing that.
Advertisements in it is really not cool. I don't know.
Look at this, David. Solid Blood.
Yeah, but that's vintage, baby. It feels there's something. I can.
See.
Yeah. No, I can totally.
Okay.
It has nostalgic for that.
It's almost like that's part of the freaking art. So I can't
Dave's just a hater. You're just a hater.
I'm like
bro.
I'm a walking hypocrite. Oh no.
Anyway.
Oddly enough.
So Jeff Johns doing Stargirl with Todd Knock. Todd Knock historically has done a lot of interesting things. More famously, recently, he's been doing a lot of Deadpool stuff. He actually was one of the artists that introduced me to DC with Young Justice, the original #1 being released back in the 90s. If you've never met Todd Knock, he is the most wholesome creator I've ever met. He stops for everybody at cons.
Yo, you know what I just fucking
more wholesome
realized?
than Ethan on Skyver.
The variant cover has a bark.
No, fuck Ethan.
I'm kind of man. I think I'm gonna stop collecting the variant. Fucker.
Why are you collecting the variants as well?
Well, I wanted to see which one looked better at the end, like which ones look better, and I was just gonna keep the ones that look better and sell the other ones at a
there's different artists on all of the variants.
No, I know.
So it's not gonna look like a nice set.
Right, and now I'm on like #3, and I'm thinking like, you know what? Fuck them.
Drop off. Yeah.
I'm dropping off the whole series.
It's not like Strange Adventures where it's got the nice duality. It's
sloppy as fuck.
The duality of man.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm messaging him right now. Fuck him.
So I'm excited for this Todd Knock art because I actually want him to get his due. The last adult thing that he did, and by adult I mean kind of over the top ridiculousness, was something he did for the Invincible universe, which I really enjoyed, but unfortunately it was canceled. I'm really excited to see this. But the big news for everybody on this channel is that Tom Taylor is going to be doing Nightwing with Bruno Redondo, the same creative team from the Suicide Squad, starting with, I believe, issue 79 of Nightwing starting in March as well. Boom. Now, for me, I'm actually partially disappointed.
This was trending on Twitter. This is how big it was, and it's issue 78.
78. Boom. Okay, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed in this.
Why?
Because I kind of want Tom Taylor to do Nightwing as his own thing. I'm happy that he's doing it in continuity, and I'm happy.
We not think it's going to be his own thing, where it's similar to Suicide Squad, where it's in continuity, but it's its own separate thing, and it's going to be lit.
It doesn't matter to me because that he's going to be doing it or not, because I'm excited to the point like he's doing this story and I'm excited for that. I'm positive about that. But the thing is like I want him to have complete creative control.
I
think that we can all agree right now.
fucking I don't know how they snuck this goddamn barcode past me. I'm fucking.
Oh my god, he's still on the barcode.
I've been played like a fool,
Dave,
and I feel
Dave, they played you like a fiddle.
They did. I'm fucking pissed. One time, quick story, it's only gonna take a second. One time my buddy was like going through a lot of like ups and downs.
No one cares.
Dude,
no one
listen,
cares.
I've only been
fucking asshole.
I've only been played a couple times, and one time he gave me all of his shit. He was about to go away for rehab or didn't matter. I don't know if he was running from whatever. Gave me all of his shit. I kept it in my garage. I got to the point where I couldn't keep it anymore. I needed the room, so I took it to his father-in-law lived like down the road, and he was cool. He was a nice man. And when I gave him everything, he was like, I'll give it to him. You know, he had like a southern accent. He was all like real humble. Motherfucker took that shit and never gave it back to him. And I feel like, fuck, I've been swindled by this nice man. So now I got swindled by barcodes. So fuck, I've been played like a fool.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
That's such that
codes and his shit.
It all starts. It all starts with Jay Lee, man. It's all his fault. That son of a bitch. If he wouldn't have. No. All right.
You tried to make him into. No, you can't. Yeah, it's hard to.
I actually kind of wish he did all of the variants.
He is a really good artist.
Yeah, I like that first variant cover has a real cool style. It felt Watchmen.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm just realizing? So Sean is posting these all in the chat, but I'm looking at all of these Infinite Frontier covers, and not a single one of them has the barcode on the front.
Not yet.
No, I think that's
it will be added on later.
Yeah, it will be added.
Bastards.
Yeah. That's what sucks, dude. Sometimes I see that and I'm like, oh cool, this is one, and then when it comes out, it's right on there.
Okay, but I really need to point this out that Nightwing cover is beautiful.
That Batman one's really good.
I sent are beautiful.
That purple Batman looks great.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for this tiny
Dave.
What?
Wonder Woman's dealing with Norse mythology.
Yeah, that's great. She's a great god.
Look at that cover. Anyway,
that's
infinite. Calm down, breathe. Put your erection away. Put your dick back in your pants.
Hang on. Adventures of Young Diana.
Yeah, so the big sort of thing in March is Infinite Frontier.
Yeah. Neato.
On with Dick
which is a one-shot setting up the universe, basically.
We didn't even go over the news. This is
kind of, and it's post-future state.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the news.
No, I mean, but there was more news, right? We've just been tackling
we've got solicitors, we've got creative teams, we've got big stuff to discuss.
Yeah, the big thing I just wanted to get out of the way was some of these really exciting moments for comic book news, specifically because Bendis and Tom Taylor and Jeff Johns. I wanted to bring up the Jeff Johns thing early because that actually ties into the last story I'll tell later. Free Comic Book Day has been announced for 2021 to be at a very odd point in time, but they are saying that they are planning for things to be a singular day instead of a month, which is what happened for this year because of the pandemic, obviously. But they're announcing it for Saturday, August 14th, 2021. From the Free Comic Book Day website from Geppy Industries.
Sounds like a good day.
Exactly. And normally that's going to be happening in May, but they're kind of anticipating that things are going to still be pretty bad because of the pandemic. The vaccine's being rolled out, so we hope things are going to be good.
20 years.
20 years of celebration for Free Comic Book Day.
That's cool.
And they're going to be able to do it. Mm-hmm.
That's fucking, that's cool.
I think I've got stuff from like the mid-2000s, but I'm not sure if I ever went to the first one.
You're not that old. Shut up.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not. You liar. Continuing with
I am very young. How do you do?
I'm
Cyberpunk refunds are being extended from Sony to Microsoft. There was a joke going around on the internet that Cyberpunk was going to be like, no, there's going to be another delay. Give us the game back. And that actually ended up happening, where they're actually giving refunds and pulling it off of the game store entirely.
PlayStation have taken off their store.
Mm-hmm. They have taken it off completely. In specific,
we told you.
Yep, you did, and it's been announced. It's been
that's what they're saying.
Yeah, Dave told us. He was right all along.
No, Dave was right. No, I'm saying like the CD Projekt Red was like, we told you guys, and you said you wanted it.
They did. They announced it multiple times. More specifically, one of the more recent pieces of news for the game is that they're saying there was someone who discovered that if you have over 8 megabytes worth of memory towards your save game, then it corrupts the file and possibly affects the video game itself as well, which is another reason for people to kind of step back, wait for the next gen systems if they can get it, and then just go from there with purchasing Cyberpunk, which is disappointing for everybody. I'm not going to do a refund on mine. I'm actually still enjoying it.
Yeah, I put a lot. I think I put like fucking like 10 hours in today, to be honest with you. I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, so I couldn't even do the first mission. I had to do like every fucking side mission just to get to like a level like 12. I finally made it through. I was like, God damn. And then I didn't even see Keanu Reeves till today. You know, I was like, I just saw him today.
See, breathtaking.
So it's he's cool. Yeah. I think the game honestly is like, if for whatever they were, if you had whatever their bar that was set, it's completely trash compared to whatever bar they were setting. Like, just based on the bar that was set alone, it's nowhere near. It's just a game, man. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
just I don't think people are getting RPG
where
it's an open world game.
No,
I mean,
they promised a game that was.
Yeah, it's just really like, I'm like, wow. I really hope this isn't how Elder Scrolls go, because I really need you to change the game. I need you to fucking change it because it's getting dull. I'm enjoying it, but I think this is the last
Red
one.
Promised a game where it was an RPG where every decision you make had a consequence in the game that would affect the story.
Yeah,
instead of a linear story.
Yeah,
where it doesn't affect anything. It's not an RPG. It's a straightforward game.
Yeah, it's just
it still has RPG elements.
Yeah, it has all the RPG elements,
but it's not what they promised.
Grand Theft Auto, and I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So Grand Theft Auto 6 is probably Vice City. Elder Scrolls, who knows where in Tamriel they're going. Well, I'll give it up for them and hope. Dude, it's not about the bugs. I know games have bugs. It's about they were obviously blatantly hiding things from everybody.
Yeah.
And like for me, I was just looking at it like, yo, I get that you like it. But you can say that they're assholes and that you still like their product. It's a possibility that it can happen. So people, it's just sad that like I'm like, man, man, they want to defend it, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's they're shite. Their stock went down. Sure. They got what they deserved. They got exactly what is coming to them. And hopefully they changed the game industry because of it.
Dude, like there's people who are coming in and actually stepping in and giving their input on it as well. Adam Conover from Adam Runs Everything has stepped in and even said, this is another example of how crunch does not benefit people. Yeah. It's fine if you want to set a time limit on things, but if you make people crunch, that doesn't do anything. All you're doing is applying pressure to the creative teams.
Yeah.
That show's over.
Is it?
Yeah, it's all the episodes are on HBO Max now. It's one of my favorite shows.
They're on HBO Max now, huh? They were on Netflix.
Adam Ruins Everything.
Well,
because they're on for Warner.
Yeah, well, I guess I got to get back on that. I think they only did like select episodes on Netflix. It was like a collection.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched a couple.
I personally started playing the Miles Morales video game. I finally got around to playing that, and I noticed that the actor who does that voice of Miles is the same one from Into the Spider-Verse, which I also watched last night because the video game got me so excited about it. I've been really enjoying it.
Wasn't he the same one in Miles in the first Spider-Man movie or the Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying. Oh,
I just happened to notice.
Oh, yeah. It's cool. I liked how they did that. I thought that was sick. That they.
So the PS4 Spider-Man game, is this a sequel to that? It's a different game, but
now
is it like a
only
sequel to
Chris Pine?
It's Spider-Man 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
It's a sequel.
No, it's been confirmed.
It's not the second
it's
game.
Been confirmed as like it's not the second game. This is like just it's a 6 hour. Cool. It's a 6 hour adventure, 4 miles to get us into like the next because you can't. They're not walking away from Peter. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing. This was just...
If they do, I'm not opposed to it. I love Miles. Miles Morales is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, no, they got to kill Peter. This is the obvious themes that are going on here, people. Peter will die. That's like exactly
Dave just wants everybody to die.
Oh, it's how you...
Dave, what's your favorite kind of dick?
Dick fire or dick babs?
I don't want... Oh, a dead dick. A dead dick. Yes, a dead dick. Yes. I was like, I don't want to answer that.
I think in the news about Tom Taylor taking over Nightwing, and he was like, "No, Nightwing needs to die."
No, I said he was already dead. I said he was already dead.
It's nothing against Nightwing. Super Didio Prime account from Reddit.
It's nothing against Nightwing. It's the idea as like, what's the part? I don't understand what movie you would watch where there wasn't like, so like in the Joker or in in like the Dark Knight with Heath Ledger. So she dies. Like, what do you do without that scene? What is the movie? What do you do without that? What happens? What makes it so fucking good? That whole, she's at Cercio and he's at Avenue X. Like, he told them the wrong fucking ways. Like, I'm just wondering, like, what makes the movie, without that scene, it kind of takes a huge chunk of what is Batman loss, you know?
This is something I've considered before. Did Joker lie, or did Bruce know he was going for Harvey?
No, well, I don't know, because they don't reveal...
No. It's been confirmed in the plot, in the script itself. It says that, you know, Batman was going for Rachel.
No, the Joker told the truth. Yeah, or what? Yeah. That was it. There you go. Yeah, but he
was the Joker.
Yeah. So my point was, it was like, without that scene,
People
like,
sneaky.
Is that movie good? You know, I mean, like, meaning, like, does it have the same impact? I don't think it does, because without the creation of the Two-Face and everything, I was like, I don't think it has the psychological...
Yeah, that's fair, but I feel like what your argument is...
The whole movie ends with another sacrifice once again. Like, so it's like...
But I feel like what you're suggesting is that the reason why Batman is good is because he experiences loss.
No, I'm saying why the movie was good. I'm saying why the movie is good. I'm saying why would the movie be as impactful without that scene?
I understand that, but we're talking about Nightwing, and then you were bringing that up, so I was
so I'm saying, so a dead dick is important.
And somehow we got to this.
Rachel died, and then his dick died.
So in the Three Jokers, the best storytelling was when we heard about him getting his ass beat again and reliving this huge traumatizing event. So I'm saying a dead dick is traumatizing for Batman, which makes a good Batman movie. Is it a Batman and Robin movie, or is it, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Batman's whole thing is driven by his parents' death. He's already a fucked human being.
No, I know, and it helps to keep breaking him. You know, it's like a character.
See,
that's
I feel like
kind of
like
his. You know.
I think this is the difference about like what Sean and I feel about it, which is like we actually want like Batman to like grow and then like have the Bat family. And Nightwing is one of those characters that is fucking badass and really just never really got his day. Like, he's had some really cool runs, but I feel like he deserves better runs that are out than what he's received lately. I'm pumped for it because I want Nightwing to, you know, experience something new. I want the characters to grow. Same reason why I want Miles Morales to become.
I wish I could go back in time.
I know, but I'm saying, what happens?
Dave's son's made an appearance.
How do you get Miles into the story, like on his own foot without Peter dying? Do it. Write the story where Peter lives alongside him. Tell me that story. Tell me, and tell me it's good, and tell me it's gonna sell 1 million. You know, like, I'm just like, what are you? The world is real, and real things happen. So it's Stan Lee had an approach where he didn't want the realities of the world in his comics. Yeah, that's why his comics weren't fucking good. I'm just saying, like, there's a reason when you bring that shit in, like, it affects things and adds reality, you know? It pulls you in. That's all I'm saying. It's an opinion. Like, you're trying to tell me my opinion's wrong. I'm like, nah, it's just my opinion. A dead dick makes for a good Bruce story. You know?
I'm not trying to tell you your opinion's wrong. I'm just trying to tell you that.
But you keep saying it. I'm like, no, I understand. A Nightwing story's fine. That's
all
good.
We're not telling you you're wrong about this. We just tell you you're wrong when you support Snyder.
I'm just saying it's a good story for Bruce. That's all I'm saying. It's fine. He can have his story. It's great. That's why those stories exist. I
wish I could go back in time and live through the Chuck Dixon Bat era.
Like G. Willikers?
No, Chuck Dixon was the 90s.
Oh, okay.
He didn't create Nightwing. That was Marv Wolfman, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Nightwing, yes.
Yeah. But Chuck Dixon was the one who sort of built the Bat family up, gave them all their own book. That he was writing all of that, I think. Or at least plotting all of that.
Chuck Dixon was in charge of the Batman run with Nightfall. And
he did Nightfall, No Man's Land, all that. Bane, yeah. He created Bane.
Yeah. Well, No Man's Land had some extending storylines, but yeah.
Rucker wrote some, but Chuck Dixon was like overseeing it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the era of Batman I wish I could live through at the time, because it was a big decade for Batman there.
Sure. I mean, it was the 1989 Batman film had come out in theaters. It was on top of the world, you know? No, I mean...
Did you say that was Nightfall era?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. I seen big omnibuses for that shit.
I hate when people, specifically in comics, make these characters go through all of the dark. Like, it's boring to me how the amount of characters that Marvel and DC has tried to make more interesting by being like, look at their dark past in this dark
some characters it works with.
Yeah.
Some characters are born with it, like Batman. Some characters like Batman, Punisher, Wolverine, that makes sense. But I don't want that with every single comic out there. And sometimes even when you do it to Batman, people are doing it wrong. I didn't like the way that Chuck Dixon did the breaking of the bat, unless it was specifically tied to Bane, those issues alone. And even after that, when they introduced Azrael and he took over, I hated that shit. The breaking of the bat was cool, but it still extended. It's boring to me when people try to do this repeatedly. I especially hate it when they do it to Spider-Man. I don't think it's interesting when they're just like, oh, another person dies. Oh, another person dies. That's not interesting to me. Show me
story
some
without
success.
it being dark.
Like, even if it's dark, it's just like, I don't want it to be this grotesque, like, over masculine, weird thing. It's not my thing. With Batman, that makes sense. With Batman losing characters and family, that makes sense to me. Other characters like that, not so much.
But I feel like we've always seen Batman be this dark character that's played by loss. That's why in the movies I do want to see something different with him, with a supporting cast, him happy. Because with every movie he's had, apart from the Adam West one, he's been this dark, brooding... Let's not talk about Joel Schumacher movies. But like all the proper Batman movies have all been him, dark, brooding.
Sure. I mean, you say you don't want to talk about the Schumacher movies, but I actually think those are a good example of like being able to have some of that comic booky, gimmicky nonsense and still have a supporting cast that's interesting. Despite the fact that those films were not good, it was still fun to see Robin and Batgirl.
I agree. Yeah. Like, I like the very core concept of those movies having the cast, but they were just terrible, terrible movies.
Execution was not good, no. But okay, here's a good example. The Tom King run with Batman was not anyone's favorite, but there was a point there in specific that I'm thinking of that I think is really good chemistry. And it's Batman hanging out with Nightwing right before Nightwing gets shot in the head. And they're kind of chatting, and Nightwing cracks a couple jokes here and there, and Batman actually starts laughing. And he's laughing. He's like, no! And he stops himself. And then he's like, I don't deserve this. Because he just lost somebody again. Yeah. And in his head, he's like, I don't deserve to be.
Tom King's whole Batman run was supposed to be him breaking down Batman, him pushing all this new trauma on him, and then having him come out the other side a better man. Which was supposed to be really interesting, but then editorial mandated the ending, and it just sort of fell apart.
Yeah.
But like his core idea of what he wanted with his Batman is something I'm a fan of. He had this trauma to give Batman, but he was going to have Batman come out the other side.
The reason why I think Nightwing works with Batman is because he's so diametrically opposite in a lot of ways than Batman, because he came out the other side and actually resents Batman for it. And I think that interaction is interesting. I think losing Alfred
succumbed to the darkness. Dick found the light.
And I think that those two parallels actually bounce off each other really well.
Yeah.
And with Alfred being dead now, I think that he needs Nightwing more than ever. And if anything, I feel like losing Alfred is like losing a third parent. I feel like that's more trauma than losing Nightwing. Plus, he's already lost his son and then brought him back to life.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point...
And anyway, Miles Morales, how are you finding it?
I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah. That conversation took so many tangents.
I'm not really sure how that happened, I think because we were talking about Nightwing at one point, and then Dead Dick. Anyways. So the other big news for the Justice League movie for Scott Snyder is that the Ray Fisher investigation with Warner Brothers has come to an end. Warner Brothers has said that there was something called I don't even remember what they said it was about, but they said that there was an end that they're kind of coming to. They're Warner Bros. They were saying that all of their investigation has come to an end, and so they are going to possibly be doing some disciplines. There's kind of been some speculation that Joss Whedon is going to be hopping off everything and probably being pushed to the side and kicked out of some of the industry. especially since his more recent Warner Brothers film or series, I can't remember what it was.
Series, HBO Max series.
So there you go. He's been basically booted off of. He says that he's stepping away from and saying that he's tired because of the pandemic, but I think that we can all agree that that's probably not necessarily the case based on some of the things that have been reported about him. Whatever happens with that, we're going to find out here eventually soon, because Ray Fisher has been kind of talking about it with accountability versus entertainment on Twitter pretty regularly. The interesting thing for me personally, though, is, I definitely want Ray Fisher to get justice for whatever happened, because it sounds like it's actually something pretty serious. The thing I'm confused about still is the Jeff Johns thing, especially because, Sean, you and I talked about this. Johns is still working at DC, and now he's doing the Stargirl book, so he hasn't been fired. And he may no longer be in charge of production, but whatever's been going on with that at this point,
he's still got a job.
Yeah, and so does the head of production,
John Berg.
Justice League. Yeah.
John Berg, yeah.
I don't think he's even been brought up at all with everything, but I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we're just citizens. We're not tied to this, so we can't really make a whole lot of speculation about it. But I know that we've had some bickering inside of the chat talking about what's been going on, and whatever happens, happens. I mean, if something bad happened, I hope that they get justice.
It gets resolved,
Amen to that. The other thing is that it's been confirmed that Zack Snyder is also going to be 100% positive March 2021, based on what he said for the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Oh, wait.
OBJ.
That's the news. OBJ. For people who don't know, inside the chat, every time that Dave's been doing voice to text in the chat, it always shows this little square of OBJ, and we don't know what it is.
Unknown character.
OBJ. And that's the news.
Cool. All right. So let's see. We're about an hour and. What comics you guys want to talk about? Which ones you found interesting? I don't got to talk about them all. That's whatever ones you want to holler out.
We don't need to talk about comics today.
Yeah. Rorschach was pretty
Number
good.
3 by Tom King and Jorge Fornes. This was the origin of Laura. Is that her name?
Something like that.
Yeah, Laura.
Yeah, this is cool. It's dealing with her past. She had
Laura.
a dad teaching her to shoot, and it just sort of went through the years of him with her getting older.
Nice humble upbringings of indoctrinating them into a
militia,
political militia. Yeah, it was cool.
It reminded me of. I really like this issue.
I don't know.
It's pretty dark.
Rorschach was kind of cool at the end, so I don't know.
Yeah, that last scene in the
can he be
the last scene in the diner was dope, where he like turned around, and he's like, "You're the detective."
Yeah, it's all about. I mean,
for me, I feel like I'm reading this, and this is the kind of level of storytelling that I want to have in a mystery, and I loved that. Dave was talking about broken characters earlier, and for me, this is what I want my broken characters to be like. I want them to be fucking kind of nutty. Like, I don't actually sympathize with Rorschach or this crazy cowgirl at all, other than the fact that they're both insane. But it's really, really well done in this.
No, maybe but you can oddly empathize for her fucked up upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since her dad was in this conspiracy nonsense in his head that the squids are mind controlling people. Sympathize, sure. Empathize is probably the word that I was looking for. I don't empathize with them, but I can sympathize with them.
Yeah.
What I found weird about this issue was, I don't know if it was an artistic choice, but how his body is still there all these years later.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
No. Isn't time always? No, I think it's just the way he drew it out.
Well, yeah, I think it was meant to be a metaphor. It's not actually her going and seeing.
Always, it's all happening at the exact moment. Hence why he was at the bar and he saw them, right? But they
I think that's a good point.
I get that. Yeah,
always.
It was a little confusing when they first got there at the beginning of the issue, and they're walking to the grave, and he was sat there.
Yeah.
That was when it was a little weird, but yeah.
It's good art.
I really kind of like it.
Really good art.
Yeah, Jorge Fornes is amazing. I feel like
his Daredevil work was superb.
Oh, it's a choice. I feel like this is the kind of like storytelling that is non-linear sometimes that really works well and it makes sense as opposed to some of the non-linear storytelling you get from like say Grant Morrison, which is just all over the fuck. I don't know. I feel like this is
all
still
over the
keeping
fuck.
me intrigued. Bro, you don't even know the latest issue of Green Lantern 10. Man, I don't even know what was going on with that.
I'll get to it eventually.
Just take your time with it because it's something that you got to read while you're on DMT or something.
Yeah, this issue was really it reminds me a little of like Department of Truth. Just like the most recent issue where you got the school shooting thing and it was dealing with her mindset after it. And then you got like this weird guy who's like, oh, the aliens are coming back for us. They're going to get us. Oh, they're mind controlling my wife. It was just kind of a very conspiracy theory type idea I got from it.
Well, Watchmen is a conspiracy story, you know?
Yes, it is.
The entire movie
yes, it is.
based on, or the book is based on a guy uncovering a conspiracy that he was right on. So, yeah, I'm kind of glad it's still going that way.
It's not really what I expected, but I'm happy it's not what I expected.
Yeah, it's less, what's what I'm looking for? Less sequential than I was expecting. It's very episodic.
It's not as
and I think
linear.
that actually...
Doesn't it feel like his journal, though? Like each journal writing, like every entry is an episode? Just saying, it's like he's kind of crafting his own journal, each one. Weird.
I guess,
I don't know about that.
He'll end up
from
as
different people.
I have a quick thought. Do you guys remember
No,
in
it's not
the
different
Watchmen
people.
comics?
It's all through the detective. It's not different people.
What?
It's
this
all
is
through
Laura's.
But it's all through the detective. It's all through him. Like it's not. It's through his head. That's the whole point. He's like going.
He's the one reading it.
Also,
yeah, of course.
We got. Is this the first time we've been told he was working? He's like a
part of Turley's campaign.
Yeah, he's on Turley's campaign.
I think they said it in the beginning, in the first issue. I think they mentioned it.
Yeah, when he was hired for the job.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed that.
But it's weird because I don't even know who the hell this guy running for president is right now, so I can't like relate it to it. You know, like I haven't. You know what I mean? Like they're using Redford. I know Redford. He is active president, so I got. But who
Redford?
Yeah. So
Robert
then you have
Redford.
this. What's his name? Turley, right? His name's Turley.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like familiar with him yet. So yeah, I kind of like. I forgot that he said that in the first one. Kind of weird. He's like private eyeing the campaign. You know what I mean?
Is he? Yeah, because he's not a detective then. If he was working on someone's campaign,
Booker DeWitt.
Private eye.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool. That's cool.
I feel like I'm noticing that the detective in this case is taking on the role of the psychiatrist from the Rorschach interactions in the Watchmen comics.
See that? Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm wondering if he's going to become sympathetic to the point of...
He'll be Rorschach at the end of it.
I would suspect that, actually, at this point.
So, yeah. We'll see. If that's the big twist, it's cool. It kind of sucks. If that's the big twist, it's cool, but it kind of sucks because I guessed it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what it always is. I don't like guessing things because then I'm not
if it's
surprised.
well told.
Yeah. It's usually the things I'm leaning towards are, you know, like the things I
saw
want
something
to
on Reddit earlier about the Game of Thrones finale, and they were like, it was about Game of Thrones and Star Wars Last Jedi. They were like, I'd rather they told the predictable ending that made sense to a story than introduce some last minute twist and try and make it unpredictable.
Really weird Deus Ex Machina.
Exactly. Like, even if it's predictable, if the story's leading there, tell it well and don't just try and introduce some last minute change.
I think they were ready to sign it. I think those guys were ready to sign other contracts, or they might have already done it.
Yeah.
I agree.
They were. They were pressed for time. Not excusing them; it's their fault, you know, because they did that. You know, it's like
they've now signed a $multi-$100 million deal with Netflix.
Yeah, so there you go. They got their money.
Before I forget, Dave, I'm posting something in the chat for you because I want you to read it. if you get the chance to. It's one of my favorite runs of Wolverine.
I think I have it.
Check it out when you can.
I think
the Greg Rucka run.
I'm pretty sure it's over there.
Okay, because I think that would be something that you're really into.
I haven't read it yet. I think I have it though. What? Let me.
Okay.
Do you know what year that was?
Do me a favor.
Do you know what year that was?
That was 2007.
I think I have it. I'm pretty sure one of these is gonna say Rucka.
I want you to do me a favor. When you get a chance to read that, come back to me and talk to me about the interaction between Wolverine and Nightcrawler in a bar.
Yeah, they have awesome. Those guys have awesome dialogue and shit.
Well, it makes me think of something that you've been saying about how you want your characters to be, and I'm very curious to see how you would like this, because it's definitely something that I've mentioned before. But
I grabbed it. So
check it out when you can, my dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the omnibus for it soon.
They had a recent interaction too in X-Men. It was really cool. I love Nightcrawler's crazy, man. It's like he's kind of like Daredevil with his weird religious constraints, you know, like his, you know, the things holding him or his foundations, you know, so they're cool.
Do you guys want to talk about decorum?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Crave.
I still had some things to say about Rorschach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I can't seem to find it in here, but there was a thing about I can't remember if it was Laura or her dad talking about spotting patterns.
Yeah,
repeatable
it's all
patterns.
about the patterns. Yeah, it's all about the patterns. The dad says.
I'm trying to figure out like what is the pattern that we're supposed to be spotting here.
She was is
it going to be like there's somebody else that's going to be taking over as Rorschach? Is it going to be like there's going to be another assassination attempt?
She was going to kill the president, right?
Yeah,
or the runner-up. I mean,
candidate.
Comedian killed Kennedy. So I mean, that's like one piece to another.
Yeah,
the comedian killed Kennedy.
History's doomed to repeat.
Yeah, so I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Where does Manhattan even get mentioned? He should get fucking mentioned. Like,
yeah, he was mentioned in this issue.
Where? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, he was mentioned in this issue. Yes, yeah.
Reagan sent him off.
Was
but that was kind of that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that all we're getting, Crave? Do you think? Like, is that their way of saying?
Jorge Fornes posted a picture on Instagram of
Manhattan. Yeah, I'm just wondering what does that mean? You know, like where are we at?
I think he's got to show up at some point.
Yeah.
Did you call him Owlman? Did you call him Owlman? Did you call him Owlman?
What's his name?
Night Owl.
Night Owl, that's it. Fuck's sake.
Owlman is what his name should have been if it was satire on comics.
Batman.
Because that is fucking hilarious.
Earth 3 Batman.
Yeah, Owlman, yeah, and he was pretty badass.
Yeah.
He was pretty badass.
Yeah. So anyway, right before Laura shoots her dad, he's asking her to shoot her. He talks about the citizen versus the unthinker.
Yeah.
So he's aware of the comic artist, I forget his name, that became Rorschach. You think that's why she sought him out? Because he if her dad read the comics, maybe she did too.
Yeah, and you usually don't you only follow what you have, things like that. So I could see that. Well, we're gonna I don't know, man. It's cool though, because I liked how at the end when he was in the bar and he's kind of just reading, and I was like, this is cool. We're going through.
That was good. We're
like reading through this journal, or this investigation is the journal. It's like him.
Yeah.
Cool. It's neat. I wonder when the big twist is. He can't, or like at least the first one, because
6 is normally when Tom King, or 7.
I'm saying though, you might have to grab people before then. You might have to do something.
Because issue 7 of Strange Adventures was when Terrific confronted Alana, and was like, or it was issue 6 actually.
6, and then this
where he was like,
one.
Yeah.
Was Adam Strange revealing that he was the one who?
Well, even issue 6 when he Terrific was talking to Alana, and he was like, "How do you know your daughter died?"
Yeah,
and it was like, Adam told me. Yeah. Spoilers for Strange Adventures.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good though.
Yeah, Tom King will typically wrap up something in issue 6 and set up more questions, because we've still got the Walter Kovacs reveal from issue 1 to deal with.
Yeah, we have fingerprints that were kept in somebody's private archive, so I wonder whose archive.
How many issues is this?
Adrian.
12.
12?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Do
okay.
we? I'm feeling a little.
Adrian's got to show up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't made any. There's no. I've seen.
No.
I've seen
He's not
advertisement
going to
in the
show up.
first issue. There's some advertisement like Bite Nostalgia, like his
Bite, yeah.
perfume. Yeah, some Bite Industries.
He's just hanging out in Antarctica this whole time.
Yeah, I forget what he calls that place. What's he calls that place? Oh, cool. Got all these weird like pharaoh.
Solitude.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
Or maybe it's 2020. I guess he's probably come back out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know what. Like, do you think they they didn't find out? They still or the journal was found. The word, or right in the first one.
Yeah.
Don't we know about Rorschach? Don't we? They know about him wearing fake, but we don't know he died, right?
Yeah.
We don't know about the journal.
I can't
Or we
remember.
haven't. The manifesto hasn't been revealed yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The big manifesto. The contingency plan. Manhattan. Didn't see that coming. So cool. Yeah, I like
number
it.
6.
I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was pretty dope.
Sorry, got ahead of myself.
No, I'm good. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Decorum.
Rorschach's really good.
I'm not caught up on Decorum. I'm gonna.
You're still not caught up, my guy, dude.
Dude, I've got that fat stack this week. I haven't had time to read. I haven't even read all my comics from this week.
Okay, well, do you want to just skip Decorum then?
No, I'll jump off for a couple of minutes. You can just at me when you're ready for me to come
You
back.
sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll run through it real. It's honestly, it's cool. They finally tied it together. There you go.
Yeah, it
Come
all
back,
came
Grave.
together. Decorum
Come
number
back.
6. Jonathan Hickman, Mike Huddleston,
Yeah,
winner
cool.
of my Art of the Year award. Check out our awards video.
He's he finally did it. So really what happened was Rochi was really just no good at his job, so he was sent
Rochi.
Yeah, he was sent,
Chibro.
he was then sent to go hire somebody who could actually get the job done. Rochi, or whatever is pretty much a guy looking for God in an egg shell or some shit, and we haven't really gotten too.
As we all are.
We haven't really fleshed that out yet, or he hasn't really super fleshed out what the hell's going on with the depths of it, But we know it's important. We know that they've been scavenging the universe and that these 3 witches have been running away. And cool. So he went and hired the assassins. And it kind of seems like the assassins aren't taking it super seriously, like the women in charge, because they're sending the half-wits to do it, the new studies or whatever. And I thought she would have just said, you know what, I'm going to go fucking cash this in real quick. Let me go do this myself. You know what I mean? So I was kind of surprised that it was but it's cool because it ends with both of them fighting they're making a game out of it. I don't think they know the severity of what they're going after, though. I don't think they know.
It's a fucking diamond planet.
Yeah, Diamond Planet's cool. That is cool. That's pretty sweet. That'd probably be a nice celestial being's ring, Put a ring on it. It's
nice.
Yeah. I try. It's cool.
I'm trying really hard to get my girlfriend to read this actually because there's so much about this that is an artistic experience, and even if you don't,
it's a visual experience. That is the way to describe it.
Yeah, and there's a reason why you nominated it the way that you did, because even if you didn't like the story, which I would find that hard to believe because I think it's actually a very unique, interesting story, and I can tell it's going somewhere interesting. The art alone is enough to capture you.
Every page is a different style. Every panel is a different style.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent.
I feel like.
Well, hold on, and what's even cooler is callbacks. Miss Morley went back to Miss Morley's place, and the art went back to Miss Morley's, artwork. That when she went and visited that dude again, whatever, we don't know. What are they, husband
Mr.
and
Morley.
wife? Yeah, Mr. Morley. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe husband and wife. Or
the art went back
brother
to that
and sister.
hyper realistic pencil shade and shit. Cool. So it is kind of thematic in a sense,
it's masterfully done, the way it does. Each location has its own distinct style as well.
Yeah.
And they keep track of that when it goes to different locations.
This was number six. This was number 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There's one left.
What? I thought it was an 8.
I thought it was 7.
Oh, I don't know. Let me find out.
I could be wrong.
Because if it's a 7, they're fucked. Yeah, there's no way he's doing this.
Oh no, there is an 8. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Okay, right on.
I was wrong.
I feel like my only criticism that I have for the art in this is that if there's going to be color palette changes and things like that, I feel like it would make more sense to do that based on character and location. It seems like sometimes there's random points with it. I feel like with Chirochi, there's a consistent color style and art style that's tied with it, and I like that. It feels like with what's her name, the main character?
Neha.
Neha.
Yeah.
I feel like with Neha, she doesn't have a consistent palette or style, and it kind of flows. And I can't tell if that's tied to emotion or just what's happening with the story.
Like when she sort of becomes her own character and wins this competition, that's when she can get her own style. I don't know.
Right? Is she kind of a lost being who hasn't really?
I don't know.
She's kind of been.
That's an interesting. That's a good theory.
She's trying to save that because she's got that saving the family shit on her mind.
Yeah, I don't know, because I saw an interview or read an interview of Mike Huddleston about his art style in this book, and he says he writes each page and panel based on his feeling of that scene. So that's why some panels are different to others, because he had a feeling about how it should look.
Don't question the artist.
So I don't
know.
Sure.
No, I don't know. It's unique.
Cool. I'm stoked then. 2 more. I want to see how this ends. I want to see what he does to make this a complete story, because right now it's 2 stories colliding into something. So
but now it has brought those 2 stories together.
But we haven't. It's brought them together, but let's see them actually come together.
Yeah,
now. We know exactly. we see it's aligned. It's finally happened, because I had no clue what the hell, and now it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, that's pretty good. This celestial being told this person, this Chirochi times 3 to fucking, you suck, but you got to get the job done. So find somebody to do it. I think that's it sounds about right.
Have you noticed that there's the interaction between Neha's mentor and that guy who looks like the queen's husband?
We are addressing this. What did you just say? Who did you say he just looks like?
The queen's husband.
Google a picture of a queen's husband for me.
Doesn't he look like
death?
You say, doesn't he look dead?
Yeah, doesn't he look dead? I think I've seen some photos of this guy.
Yeah, he looks like Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah.
No, he looks like Prince Charles, his son.
Prince Charles, right.
It is literally Prince Charles.
Right.
Yeah, those guys look the same.
Duke Ellington.
Yeah, it looks the same.
You Brits all look alike, you know?
Like...
One guy looks like a fucking corpse, the other guy looks like an old guy. Oh, that is good. No, I'm actually
these 2 pictures. They're the same picture.
Do you want to?
The same picture.
You want to bring Crave back on?
No, let's just leave him off.
Okay.
Yeah, he's out of here. Fuck it.
He made his choice.
It is really weird that they made that choice, though. Why do you think they had Prince Charles like that lookalike there?
They used Clint Eastwood for the president in Undiscovered Country. Samuel L. Jackson showed up in Vehicatea.
They also used Willy Wonka.
Yeah, they used references.
Undiscovered Country. It was the president's aide.
Was
Willy Wonka, so I don't fucking know how much I'd trust that president. Listening to Willy
Wonka. Like, summon Josh back.
Yeah. Shout out to Cyberpunk. I finished it. Cool. Drama team. I think that's the multiplayer.
It was okay.
Yeah, it didn't really. I don't like how they used. Okay, so in the game they say preem. They keep using this word like preem. Like Sean, if I were to say like, yo, you got the good shit, and you were like, yeah, I got the good shit, and I'd be like preem. You know. So it's like kind of like this like so. And then in the Cyberpunk, instead they talk about like how this guy has platinum status, which means like he's got the fucking holy shit package like Cable, but for saving his life. So like he says, I'm platinum. And he's like, how do you feel? And he says, platinum. And I was kind of like, nah, you should have said preem, because that's what they be saying in the game. So I wish he would have said preem, because it was kind of cool. I've been hearing literally, I play this game and like I've been playing it 10 hours today, and Preem said a lot. So it was good. It just didn't wrap up wholly as I thought it would. It was still all right.
I feel like it ended in a way that I didn't expect, and I think that was a brave choice. Yeah. I feel like it's. I guess I just don't know what the purpose of the story was.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it. I have no clue.
No purpose. It was just a tie-in. They were like, we can make some money off this.
Yeah, but I thought like, for some reason they were diving into like real deep concepts with being analyzed by this therapist about like, going back out there. And that seemed like philosophical. And then at the end, I guess the philosophical thing was just like, didn't she go out in a blaze of glory? Didn't she pop him at the end? Yeah. So it's just like,
and
I guess she was freed.
I mean, if this is just like a Western like side story that's just like a one-off like noir kind of feel with it. If this was just like a short story tied into a anthology or something, I think I would have liked it a little bit more because I would have just been like, okay,
right.
I just feel like if you're gonna do a miniseries, even if it's only 4 issues, you don't necessarily need to have a big message. But
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't. What did it do for Cyberpunk is what I'm trying to figure out. Like I thought it might have done something like some big drop at the end with some kind of but. We know about the trauma team.
It was just a tie-in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it got deep, dude. On the first issue, I was kind of like, whoa, these are cool. It's pretty deep. These thought processes and questions being asked.
I wanted it to have something to say about the medical care system tied in with people who have to sacrifice themselves in order to work in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the guy who paid for the best, you know what I mean? And of course, if you can afford it, you'll get treated the best, you know what I mean? Or like shit like that, where it's like, because we don't have public, we only have like pay your way in shit. So
because the story was this woman who was ruined because of this dude goes in and her job is to take care of this dude. I mean, I feel like there's a story there that could have been you have to do the job that you're given, no matter who the person is. I mean, what
if it was this instead, Ty? What if instead each issue was its own one shot of trauma team, 4 different trauma teams experiencing different things? That might have been cool too. Like where it was
that would have been interesting.
Like they were like, here's 4 trauma teams and here's what they experienced, and you're like, damn, these guys went through hell or something. I don't know. But
if you were to tell me that Cullen Bunn is going to write another short issue series about Cyberpunk tied in, I would still pick it up because I think he did a good job on this.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm always weird with endings, so it ended. It wasn't necessarily my ending. I still enjoyed it though, so.
Sure.
Preem. That's what I'll give it. Preem. Yeah, I'm cool, kids. Cyberpunk lingo. Suckers. Yeah, Stillwater. Is that what's on the docket?
Sure.
Cool.
Water, number 4 by Chip Zdarsky and Ramon K. Perez.
A little scary to see a 18-month-old baby having full lingo talking.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Mom,
can imagine.
If I woke up to that child there talking to me at the end of my bed, I would kick it in the face.
I'm fucking nervous. Yeah, I'd be a little nervous.
Like an 18-month-old having a eloquent conversation. Just
So this
we got
whole
a lot
issue,
of answers.
Demon child.
Yeah, this issue solved why the kid was removed. We learned about the initial we figured out why he left, how he was removed, what was caused.
This was the best issue of run so far.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, that mayor looks a lot like him.
Oh shit! Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh,
look at the nose. That's probably where any connection would be made.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird noses in this.
Yeah.
See that guy? It was up against the judge.
Crazy
the son in the background just had the largest schnoz.
Yeah. Yeah. The mayor. Yeah, I see him. He does have one of them noses, though. The mayor does, right? In the beginning, you're saying?
Same jaw, too.
Yeah, same. Whoa. Same haircut. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's the same haircut.
Yeah.
Man, Crave, I think you just unraveled. I don't know what you unraveled, but that's something.
I
think so. Got the same haircut, same nose. The mayor's dead, though? Is that what we assumed, right? The mayor got... No?
I actually need to pick up on this series again. I hopped off, but I'm interested in this now because you guys keep talking about it.
It's kind of like Silent Hill.
It's only issue 4. When did you
scary.
hop off?
3.
You read 3 or?
No, he didn't read.
No, I read 3. I just didn't read 4.
Oh,
She was
you haven't got a
buried.
lot to catch up on.
She was buried in the end of number 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is cool.
You know,
they fleshed a
This
lot
issue
out.
was mainly a flashback to when the town first discovered they.
Yeah, I like their little qualms and
immortal.
quarrels and their moral ambiguity conversations they had to have. It was cool. Like, it was like the mayor and then the judge immediately coming in, pulling one of those prisoner guard things. You know what I mean? Like, that experiment, the prisoners and the guards. It's kind of just like, he just hops on board and he's like, well, shit, the
Stanford prison experiment.
Yeah, kind of. It's not, I'm just saying, like, why is nobody ever, it's always somebody steps into power, and when we realize we're all alone, why does one man step up and it all become, I don't know. It's funny though. So it happened here, so you're living in a town that's pretty much a prison to these people. They're not allowed to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now we know why, and it's cool. I like this. This feels like this is good art, man. I like the art.
It really matches the style, and I like the different coloring when it goes back.
I feel like I'm in a small town that doesn't have computers, and they still got like typewriters and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
Or if they have a computer, it's one of them old ass Macs from the 90s with the back.
Well, you can't be connected to the internet. You don't want them tracing them back to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Yeah. I like the doctor mentioning to the wife, like, when the kid comes in, he's like, I can't do nothing for him. I can't do nothing. There ain't nothing wrong with him. I think that's funny. Like,
yeah.
It's cool. Oh, there is a computer. Look, it is one of those little old.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw them in. It's previous.
We still
issues.
don't know about the lawyer that went missing. Remember, like the whole thing started.
We don't.
The whole thing started with a freaking lawyer, like, or whatever. That
was he the one mentioned in this issue?
No, I don't.
They showed a picture of him. In like the second to last page, the guy working on documents.
Really? Nice.
Charles, just a guy with a neat pen. Sorry, 4 pages from the end.
A 4th class page.
Yeah,
because they said he disappeared a few years back.
With the neat pen.
He was the one who went and got him originally, wasn't he?
That's cool, because literally I didn't know who that guy was. Like,
a lot of people
just he looks different. I think they've given him a different design because he's a few years younger and hadn't left the town by that point.
Yeah, it's cool. That was neat. Yeah, so they did this plot. They did the plot where they said like a wolf came and took the kid, which was cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah,
Mark. So I think it's good, man. I think this is an 8 issue. That's cool. We're halfway through it. I think it's.
Really?
I think it has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a short issue series?
I believe it's an 8. Yeah. Want to be lying?
I gotta go back and like reread the previous issues because there's all sorts of things to rediscover.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of. I feel like this is another really strong point for Image Comics, so I definitely want to continue this again. I didn't realize this was going to be a short issue series.
I think so. I can't confirm nor deny.
I would say
issue 6 is advertised as the first arc coming to an end, so I think it is an ongoing.
Stillwater. I've just found Stillwater Volume 1, which collects issues 1 to 6.
Yeah, so that means it's longer than 8 then.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, they're working on coming up with a letter column name. You don't do that for like a short series.
Oh,
that's true.
How long? What could they get themselves into with this then? I wonder. I was thinking contain small story. Wow.
It'd only be a 18 issue or something, maybe.
Yeah, that's good. 18's good, man. That would actually be.
That's 3 trades.
Solid. Yeah, that'd be solid. Fucking. That's a good.
I'm interested to see what is gonna happen now. I'm gonna hop on issue 4 today and see if I can get. If I'm still captivated.
Let's see. Shout out to Iron Man. Just saying. Shout out to Iron Man. Still going strong.
I'll read it.
It did start, and you're right. It kind of advanced the story slightly, so it was a little confusing. But by the end of it, by the end of it, you felt like it's funny. By the end, I fucking remember. I remembered what the hell was going on in the last issue by the time I finished this issue, because I was like, oh, all right, here we are. Here we are, you know?
I thought I remembered the end of 3.
Right.
But then they were like, James Rhodey missing, and Stark was like giving a talk, like speech on like, oh, I'm not using any Stark Industries money to find him, like, I'm leaving it to authorities. And I was like, I thought the last issue ended with them like being knocked unconscious.
Yeah, she was dead. I thought she was dead because she got like God Thunder struck by
I thought she was dead.
Yeah. But she just got
then
like
yeah. So I was just really confused. But then I went back and looked at issue 3, and I was like, no, that is how it ended. So something happened off
they
screen.
they advanced the story without us like knowing, and they kind of back in the story. They kind of reveal it also. I was like, I hate when they do that because it's fine.
It makes me feel like I'm an idiot.
Yes, because I have to read the whole thing, and then I'm kind of like, I'm so confused, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I get it all. Alan Moore does that a lot. Like with Swamp Thing, a lot of it is, am I supposed to know what the hell's going on? And then no, by the end of the issue, it revealed it all. I was like, oh, I got you now.
Yeah.
Dude, the first like 3 issues, I like loved them, but I didn't understand, and then I finally started getting the pace of Swamp Thing. I was like, okay, cool. And then another shout out to Black Cat. I didn't read King in Black yet, like the number 1 main like series thing, but I did read Black Cat, and it kind of gave me the idea of what happened with the first one. So she cool. I was reading this for Tabs, but Tabs ain't here, man. I'm still reading it.
I will say this:
I'm gonna keep reading it,
even if you don't read like and catch up everything to Venom. King in Black by itself is still fun and enjoyable.
That's what I'm
gonna do. You really need that much.
That's pretty much what I'm doing. I want to read the Black Cat because of Tabs. You know, that's why I picked her individually. But because she's actually, this is just because it says King in Black on it. It is an ongoing for her afterwards, you know, like, so this isn't just like a one shot for her. Dude, listen, any issue is dope when Captain America shows up, and goddamn it, he showed up, and I'm a sucker for him, so that made this shit dope. That was awesome how he remembered her.
I want to show you this.
You know,
this is the King in Black Scotty Young variant.
Yeah, I seen that. I fucking love his. I wish he did the art though, because I was like, when I saw a cover like that, I was like, dude, just do the art inside. It would be sick. It'd be hilarious.
He's really talented.
Yeah, he's got a
gory, horrific, dark, edgy series with Scotty Young.
Have you ever seen
He's
Fairyland? Have you ever seen Fairyland?
I hate Fairyland. Yeah,
it's gory as fuck.
Right after he got done doing all of the Alice in Wonderland comics, he unwound doing
the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. I'm still looking to get that, but I haven't found I'm waiting for them to collect the whole thing. It's in like trades right now.
Yeah,
I really do like Scotty Young, so dope. Really cute art. He has a cute art, and it's funny how he makes it evil. Like with that little girl in I Hate Fairyland. Oh, she's evil. She's an evil little bitch. She's awesome. She's so cool. Great character. So yeah, I mean that's. What else do you guys want to talk about? I'm pretty much shouted out every. It's whatever. See, I wasn't sure. It's not on my pull for some reason, so I will read it, but I did not read it. But you can talk about it. I don't care. I don't get spoiled.
Oh, bro.
No, I don't get spoiled. It's fine. Like I'm not really. I'm still gonna read it. So go for it.
We get a few pages of like backstory about the Mulder virus,
and
like how that's sort of
this whole thing, and like it. Fucker. Go ahead.
And there's a sentient one that kidnapped the 2 children at the end of the last issue. We didn't actually see the kidnapping; they just all went missing.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like the first half of this issue was a little bit of a mess because it did kind of come out of nowhere and didn't really lead anywhere.
Did the second half of the second issue, or not the second, the last couple pages of the second issue kind of felt like a mess, meaning like the way it fell into that part of them going missing.
But then,
and stuff.
But it went back to like the sort of wholesome, like them, like look at that 2 pages.
Yeah, that's fucking I love that music. Sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
It went back to them walking across the country, seeing like these weird little things on their way.
Does the cover character make appearance? Does the character on the cover make appearance?
That's like the sentient sentient Mulder.
I'm getting some the color just dropped out. Some Michonne vibes from when she first showed up.
That's cool.
You know, she's trailing along with some zombies.
The covers, dude. The cover of the last one, they're great covers. They're real good.
Yeah. I wish that this had wrapped around.
Oh, it doesn't?
The other one didn't wrap around.
Oh,
it's just
only issue 1.
I thought they would all wrap around. Oh, that would have been really cool. They all look like they almost should because the end. That's a shame. That would have been cool. That would have been a really cool.
Move.
It's
kind of disappointing that they didn't show the time left until launch. Like they say, we've got 92 minutes until the train leaves.
Right.
But they don't show.
This issue ends with them getting to the train station.
Cool. Yeah.
And there's a group of these weird zealots there that are like killing all the children.
You damn
Oh my
zealots?
god, that was so intense.
Religious zealots?
Yeah.
The acceptists. They have accepted that they are going to die. And
so they're killing because they've accepted their death. They're not going to allow anybody else.
It's really
life.
dark.
Yeah, that's
any of the kids that have the bracelet on,
they gave them a name like Wristwear or something.
Dude. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
listen,
really
it's
enjoyed this
fucked
a
up,
lot,
but it's a good plot point,
Howard that carries the bracelet deserves nothing.
Well,
the false chosen ones.
Damn, those little scumbags trying to preach.
Yeah, it says to be continued, so it's at least going to be more than 4 issues.
Yeah, I have a 5th issue on here for February 17th. Looks really good.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they had elaborated a little bit more with Zeus. I feel like if you have that,
I reckon it's going to come back. Actually, no, she died, didn't she? He died. They.
Who?
He. Zeus.
Zeus died.
Zeus died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ripped in half. Well, got bit in the face by the gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like the first half was a bit of a mess where it sort of came out of nowhere. Didn't
amount to much.
It tried
just
to
a bit of world building
on us, and then
some world.
I just think it could have been better. But like the second half, I really liked where they walked past that radio tower thing that lit up.
How was
that was weird.
Phenomenal?
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, the art was great.
Art was good. That's cool. I like the colors a lot. Really good.
What even is this whole monologue saying? I don't know.
We don't know. What you tell us?
Figure that out. Like I read it, and it's some weird soliloquy to the death of the human race.
Purple.
Are you talking about the end of the book?
Yeah,
the radio tower that lights up.
Oh, okay. So that actually fits a lot better, in my opinion, when you listen to the soundtrack at that point. Because it definitely is just like a soliloquy.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm still really digging the fact that this fucking comic book has a soundtrack. I love it.
Nice.
I wish there was more.
Immersion,
we just had the one song in this issue.
Was there not one at the beginning as well?
No, that just links to the Aftershock website.
Yeah, there was.
Where?
You sure? Because I think I remember listening to a song at the beginning. There's a QR code at the beginning of the opening.
That just goes to their website. That might have been a song from the first issue.
Maybe.
I'm glad.
Sean's frozen.
I'll read it.
I'm
sorry.
He just looks like this.
I didn't read it because it wasn't on my poll, and I knew.
Am I frozen for the other guys? Can you hear me at least?
It's not.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're fine.
Okay.
I think Ty was just making a joke.
No, I was not joking. He actually is frozen. He's just like this for me.
Like
Still?
right now.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's my connection. It's just bad, man.
Yeah. So that
Dave, are you going to put this on your poll?
No. I've been reading it, but I've been reading it digitally because I didn't pick up number 1, and for some reason it's like I swear I've added it to my my pull list like 3 times, and I just did it again. So we'll see. I just missed it this week. I'll read it.
That was
I added it to my polls earlier because I only just sort of picked up the first one, the first few off the shelf.
So that prelude at the beginning, we don't get the title page until page 6.
Did I read something where I know I'm getting off topic here. I know I read something where I saw a Jason Todd Red Hood. Was it at the end of Death Metal, where he fucking looked awesome? He had the coolest he looked so sick. Yeah, dude. Is that Red Hood right there? Is that Red Hood?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You like that design?
Yeah, he looks awesome. He looks like a little assassin. I wonder what his life has been like. I want to see what he looks like. He looks kind of like Scorpion. He looks kind of like Scorpion from
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat. He's got the weird mask there.
Well, listen, this is the Death Metal universe. That's
no. That's
his main costume.
That's his new main costume.
Yeah. Nah, I thought it was his death metal suit. What?
He's also weird. He's also weirdly got a crowbar he carries around now.
Yeah, I don't.
Rockwell is not a good writer.
Well, that sounds
Not
death
at
metal.
all.
That sounds pretty death metal. But if that's his mainline
Yeah, but
shit,
the
that's
main-
not very good. Yeah.
He's had like last 25 issues.
Oh man, so this
It's
was a
just
surprise
not.
to me. So I saw this and thought this was his death metal suit, and I was like, "Oh, dude, this guy's about to fucking
I
get
know.
over here," and like do some scorpion shit. But never
But you've
mind.
got death metal to talk about.
Well, I didn't really want to talk about it. It's I just wanted to shout that out.
I
was
thought
okay.
this was a good issue.
Yeah, it's moving.
It was okay.
I just want to see what
Yeah.
happens. Like, I want to see, we'll see it end. I don't think their celestial beings are as important to me as I know, dude, Marvel celestial, like, I have all their cosmic shit, you know what I mean? So like, knowing all like so like you have Darkseid, and then the guy went over and did Thanos, and he pretty much wrote the same story. So you have like the deviants and like all that stuff. So when we get into like Perpetua and stuff, I'm kind of like, I'm not so invested in these giant cosmic beings as I am with Eternity and Infinity and like things like that. And the other, so I'm kind of just like, just let's get on to whatever this becomes. What is this going to become? Because big celestial bodies.
I did like the whole one universe thing. Like we're all from different
Wonder
worlds.
Woman. Didn't she end up baller at the end of this? That was sick.
Yeah, she showed up.
She was G as fuck. Yeah, that was cool shit. Yeah.
Also, they resurrected the Batman who last to fight on their army, which
was
funny.
really
right.
Really fun. Yeah, I agree. That was funny.
So,
do you guys think that the Black Adam being in this is tied into what's going to happen with Justice League?
I thought that was weird. For some reason, my brain didn't click with that. Yeah,
Really
they
know.
resurrected the Batman who laughed. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny. So it's cool.
Where was he in this issue?
Can't remember.
Bruce resurrected him.
At the very, I think it's
Black
near
Adam.
the end. Oh, Black.
Oh,
No.
when they're all talking with each other. He's on the cover too.
Yeah, he is. He's badass as fuck on the cover. Damn.
Wait, where does he resurrect him?
No, didn't you say he resurrects? Didn't you guys?
Batman
Who laughs.
Batman who laughs. Yeah.
Does he bring Black Adam back as well?
Is this?
No,
is
he's
this
not dead.
Sean.
Yeah,
that-
but I misheard you then. I got
Is
confused.
that Owlman?
Oh, okay.
Is that Owlman?
No, that's
That's Hawk.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's
Hawk and
Dove.
Dove.
That's the gender
Okay.
swap Dove from a different Earth.
Okay.
Yep.
Or from a past life, maybe. I can't remember.
And who's this? Is this like a Mr. Freeze? Like, I'm sorry.
Captain Cold.
Oh, Captain.
No,
Listen, I didn't even know that guy existed. That sounds like a Hanna-Barbera.
Have you not seen the Flash TV show?
Season 1. Was he in season 1?
Yeah. Wentworth
Okay,
Miller from Prison Break.
Then that's on me. Then. That's on me then. That's on me.
So-
cool. I liked it. I mean, I liked it.
I don't know
Even if
you're
I'm
aware
kinda-
of
I'm
this,
just-
but the original Hawk and Dove were both males.
Damn.
Hey.
And I just want you guys to know that a dove is just a fucking pigeon. All right. So there is no discerning difference between a pigeon and a dove. They are exactly
Another
the same
hot
being.
take from Dave.
No, I'm just saying like biologically and genetically.
Controversial.
It's funny. People
Very
like
controversial.
they like to release doves at wedding because it sounds better than releasing pigeons because that's what they are.
Goddamn shitbird.
Yeah, shitbirds. They do.
Goddamn shit.
I got 'em at the
having their
farm. They're a
shit
pain in the butt.
roosters.
They're a pain in the butt.
Rats
yeah.
with wings.
I have to say, from reading the Black Cat issue, King in Black, I mean, I have to tell you, it sounded like a bunch of, what is it? It sounded, well, no, so what I saw from King, I saw that Doctor Strange became fucking null or something, right? The Sorcerer Supreme got like abducted by something. Okay, in the Black Cat, yeah, he gets abducted.
Yeah.
He gets, okay, that didn't happen in King in Black then?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay, so Doctor Strange gets like abducted by Null? Or who absorbs him? Who?
No. So
Yeah, something grabs
King
him.
in
Like,
Black comes. Null takes all the symbiotes, and then he captures all of the heroes, and the majority of them are
just-
now his prisoners.
okay, because like, hold on, I'll try to pull it out. I just want to find the scene. It was cool because the way Black Cat #2 is, they have to like. #2 is about like bringing back We have to like bring back Doctor Strange or something. Break him out. Let me see. Hold on, right here. Yeah, okay. He just get like God bombed or something. Look. So he gets. So it's like Doctor Strange fighting and shit, and then there's like this giant bomb, and there's Black Cat, and like that was Doctor Strange. He got put in this thing.
Yeah.
And then this guy forms out of it. Doesn't he come out of the... Yeah, so is that... Where's Doctor Strange, though? Like, he just, like, disappeared out of that circle.
No, so that's just a panel just telling you, like, a sequence of, like, what was going on, not telling you that he came out of Doctor Strange or something.
That's kind of what it seemed.
He just became stronger when he fought Sentry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was dope. He killed a god.
Read King in Black, trust me.
Yeah, okay. No, it just kind of seemed like I thought he had, like, symbiotically stolen Doctor Strange's body or something, because just the way the panels were shown, it was like...
Did not have symbiotic relationships
Big ball.
with that.
And he's pretty cool, though. He looks pretty dope. Yeah,
he's a badass character.
Kind of looks like The Witcher.
You'll enjoy it. You know what? You would really enjoy Venom.
So
actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
is Henry Cavill now slated to in the Marvel movie adaptation of?
He better be.
Null. He'll be gonna show up as
Geralt. Who did you say?
Henry Cavill. He'll be
as Null.
As Null. Yeah, because he looks like The Witcher, like kind of, doesn't he? Does he not look like The Witcher?
I would
see who Johnny Gates fan cast as Null.
No. How do you how do you fan cast as movie?
Someone asked him whose voice he imagines when he's writing it. He said either David Tennant or Peter Capaldi.
What? No, he didn't. He said Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, that's cool.
He definitely said Peter Capaldi and David Tennant.
Nope.
Daniel Day.
I should have just said Jeremy Irons.
Yo, I just want to... I saw Tenet. Just want to say...
Jeremy Irons. Did you guys ever see The Time Machine?
I watched it last night.
Did you hear what was going on?
I'm not much of a video file. I can stand a bad quality video, but audio's like, I don't know. It was really bad. That was one of the... But did they patch it? Didn't they fix it for the DVD or no? It doesn't get fixed and that's it.
For what?
I have surround sound like 7.0 around my house, like in my little movie room, and it was terrible. It was the worst audio I think I'd ever heard of all of his movies, which is sad. But that was a cool concept. But that's a bad movie. But it's really good, like concept. Cool. That was cool. Good for him for trying something real trippy. That was cool. Not a good movie, could have done it in 20 minutes and showed me the concept in a 20-minute storyline, and I probably would have said, fuck. But for 2.5 hours, I don't even know the characters' names. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of their names. I just saw the movie yesterday.
What are we talking about? I
Tenet.
just kind of lost the...
Sorry, Tenet.
The protagonist. He's known as the protagonist. I can't read shit.
Yeah.
I've never learned to read.
Daniel Day. That's cool.
Lewis.
Daniel Day should be honored and should come back to acting to play that role. He'll never. He's way too classy. He might.
Jeremy Irons to do it.
Yeah, he would do it. He'd probably do it. He's already made his way into the field pretty much. Yeah, but Tenet, cool concept. Cool, good for him. That was cool. Actor. Cool moves. Like cool. But very. I don't know. I just saw the movie. No, I could hear it because I do have, like I said, I have surround sound, so I could hear it. It was just terrible. Like it was so, the music was so fucking loud. It wasn't like a video game where I could change the music volume so I could hear the people talking. The audios were flopped. However loud the music was as loud as the audio should have been. It should have been flip-flopped. It's like somebody messed up.
You couldn't hear any dialogue.
I don't know if the only thing you blame Christopher Nolan for in that case is that, why didn't you catch this? You claim the movie experience is so
was what he wanted.
Oh,
yeah, he wanted
it to be.
Oh, it's terrible. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. Just personally,
he defended it, saying he didn't realize movie audiences were so conservative with their sound.
Dude, oh my god. Whatever. That's fine.
It's the theater's fault.
That's an asshole. Why does he care about the theater experience then? Why does he even care? Why?
He said a few different directors called him up and were like, yo, what the fuck was that? And he was like, I just didn't realize audiences were so conservative with sound effects.
It's not conservative. That's not conservative. That's not
wasn't
conservative.
About the theaters.
Your sound was trash.
Couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, your sound was trash. It sounded like you didn't watch the movie before you released it. It's then said.
Well, he watched it in like a high tier movie theater instead of like
but
a regular movie theater.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. He did.
Yeah, but I have 7.0, the same shit they use. I have the same audio channels. So I just played the movie and it was like, it was really. But hey, I still commend the dude for cool concept. Really cool. That's neat. I think the actors did a great job.
I enjoyed it when I knew what was happening.
I think the story was. I think
the 20 minutes of dialogue.
Sean,
I don't think it was.
If I'll be honest,
I mean,
with
I
you,
saw it in theaters. I don't think it was that hard to follow. I just feel like he should have done more with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
even if you heard it,
at
Sean,
the very end, you're supposed to, display your mastery of the ability, and there really wasn't that.
It kind of did some cool stuff with how you have Pattinson being the character in the very beginning and the end, and but I know what you mean. I think the concept, though, of bringing it to light and putting it in a movie will help move forward with new concepts of movie creating.
They kind of set it up like it would come full circle to the opera. Like the end of the movie would have been at the opera, and he would have saved himself or something like that.
Opening 20 minutes or so really confusing.
Yeah,
agreed.
It wasn't that even if you heard it, Sean. They're really the truth is the
dialogue. The beginning was just the opera scene. I didn't know what was happening.
The dialogue isn't really. I think the characters acted well in the movie. It's just at the overall. So good for him.
Acting
whatever.
Was great. Yeah.
I mean, we want to talk about one-trick ponies, though. He's a one-trick pony. All he ever does is time. He tackles time and everything, which is fine. I'm just saying, when we call out one-trick ponies, man, he keeps doing things about time, which is fine, but he keeps doing it. And I'm just wondering, Dunkirk is a movie...
Was Inception about time? A little bit, to be fair.
Kind of. Dunkirk is about time. It's a Vantage Point movie. I'm not a big fan of Vantage Point movies. Memento is Yeah, that was good. I have to say though, it is my typical Batman. It's running a good run. Like I said, archetypal Batman story. It hits all the notes. Nothing super surprising. Red X would be the biggest surprise reveal. That would be the biggest reveal of this whole thing.
I was surprised that Ghostmaker teams up with him at the end.
I think it was kind of weirdly leaning that way in just Bruce's attitude towards it all. But yes, I know. I kind of thought they were going to fight to the death too. But I think that would have been
Sean,
that might have been even more typical.
Who was the artist on this one?
Oh,
I didn't like it. I wasn't a big
Christian
fan.
Deuce, Fernando Martinez, and Carlo Pagulayan.
What did you think of the art?
All three of them on one issue.
The ending art I didn't like. The way Bruce, I think his chest looked weird. Look at the last thing. He's
one person do the people, one person does the background.
Yeah, I do the buildings, the architecture, and you do the people.
No, they do different pages each.
That's weird.
I think that this is an example of why it's good that they're going back to monthly Batman works.
Yeah, I was just about to mention this.
They really need to do this with Amazing Spider-Man 2. As much as I love them coming out twice monthly.
Weirdly, I think you can only care the characters that are so cared about. For me, it's weird for Batman to be 2 weeks and I'm listen, when you want to bump, you bump crap out. When you bump it out every week or whatever, you feed the fish. I'm just but Batman's such big. I'm I know you want to make money, but he seems like you should care about him like he's a monthly character. You
I agree.
Care about him like he's monthly.
Throughout Tom King's run, he had consistent art.
But that was because it was multiple artists.
Yeah, but the way he balanced it was he'd have them do different arcs at a time.
Yeah,
and
instead
they would do a full arc until City of Pain, where it all just went out the window,
Well,
and they just had artists doing whatever.
It's so weird to do multiple pages, I mean, unless it was an anthology book, it's kind of weird for the art to have multiple.
Yeah, so hopefully Jimenez will be taking over full time.
Yeah, he's probably in March. Yeah, he's probably
now
taking
that it's the monthly
break.
book.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Just following on from this, Tynan and Guillaume March are doing a Joker book.
Like a Black Label book?
Are you going to pick
are you saying an ongoing Joker?
Ongoing Joker series.
Cool.
I trust Tynan, so yeah. I'm not going to be a fan of the art, but sorry?
Did they give you any hint to what it was themed around? Oh, it was themed around that fucking... Remember? Wasn't it
End of Joker War.
Yeah, wasn't it teased there where he was I'm gonna fuck the world because you didn't, buddy? Yeah, he was yelling at Bane, calling him a pussy. Yeah, that was...
I'll pick up the first one.
Yeah. I trust Tynan enough to know it'll be a certain quality. But,
Tynan's doing it? Oh, Tynan's doing it.
Yeah, Tynan.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, okay.
And it's also... here's the bit our good friend Tabs would like.
What if I told you I would read Dick Babs if it was a 6-issue? Ongoings bother me. I'm so many
Tom Taylor.
No, I know that. I kind of wish he was doing his deceased are 7 issues, Yeah,
well, it might be 12 issues. It might be like a Suicide Squad where it's an ongoing that ends after 12 issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joker has a backup story with art by Merker.
But I don't want to read. Wait, in the Joker, you're saying the
Joker. The backup story has art by Merker.
In case the first story doesn't hit you right, you know? Got 2 stories. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. You think it's Punchline?
Yeah, the backup is Punchline.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
It's her in Blackgate. But yeah, I just sent the solicit to the chat. So
wait, I just seen a Red Hood, number 52. He doesn't look like he's wearing a hood. It looks like he's wearing like a Jason mask, though. Here, I got it. I got you. Sorry, I wanted to see. Is this his new one, or is this his new?
Is it new or is it old new?
Yeah, like that one.
With the hood taken down.
Oh, that's just with the hood taken down. That's what.
Yeah, you can see he's got the hoodie on his back of his neck.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah. No, I thought it was his metal outfit. It would have been really cool. That would have been a neat take to make him like Scorpion.
One time only doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Then why aren't they all in their metal outfits in death metal? Then that's kind of weird.
They'll change back, didn't they? I don't know.
Yeah,
stop questioning death metal. It doesn't make sense.
Now I question Capullo a little bit, just wondering, like, wait a sec, what's happening here? You know?
Well, to be fair, I mean, the man has been given Snyder writes things out, and he's like, okay, I want all of these characters in this shot, and Capullo's like, fuck, are you serious? Okay,
every fucking page has literally been giant groupings of people. Like it's crazy.
How he has the patience for this?
What do you? Is he signed to anything in the future, Capullo? Does he have any works that he's tied to?
Nothing
He's taking a fucking vacation after this. He's totally taking a break. I don't know. Maybe he'll hop on Spawn again. That'd be cool.
Maybe. Because while we're mentioning Red Hood, I will mention.
Wait, say it again. Yeah. What is it?
An ongoing.
Is that what? Ty, what'd you say?
I was going to mention what was about Red Hood.
I didn't have anything to say. I was just saying I want him on something.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. I thought you said. Like what you want.
Not like one event every couple of years. Like have him on an ongoing like he was on Batman.
Yeah. Just something.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing would be sweet. Ooh. Yeah,
well, we've got a Swamp Thing book coming.
Yeah, but he's not on it. Damn it.
No, but Ramby and Mike Perkins. But yeah, speaking of Red Hood, we've got Batman Urban Legends #1 coming out, which has a Chip Zdarsky Red Hood story.
Absolutely.
So what? He's not.
Shit's gonna be lit, yo.
He's not doing the art.
Shit's gonna be lit.
He's not doing the art though.
It is Eddie Barrows doing the art.
Okay, just wondering.
Eddie Barrows is very
Chip Zdarsky. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say Chip Zdarsky. I want to see him do a story where he's writing and drawing. I would like that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of.
One issue of Spectacular Spider-Man. He did both of them.
Yeah, he got an Eisner for it.
Whoa! Can you tell me what issue it is?
Yeah,
I'll read that.
Yes,
I'll send it to you.
Wait, it's not the Life and Times of Spider. This is a Zdarsky book.
310.
Not Life Story.
No, it's issue 310, Spectacular Spider-Man.
310, okay.
It's all in here, folks. It's all in here.
Ooh, Death Metal #7 is amazing cover without that barcode. That's a sick cover. Have you guys seen that yet?
Without the barcode, yes, the hint in.
yeah. Sorry, I had to throw
that little gem in there.
Yep. That's cool, man. I'm down for that. I love that shit. Like, that's cool. Capullo drew a vintage, you know? Looks good. He drew it vintage better than all of those fucking Silver Age, Golden Age ever did. Looks great. He has nice line work or something.
That's really good. Yeah. That is really good. Did you see the picture I sent earlier of the Batman Superman cover where it's got them in their Golden Age suits?
Was it after the Catwoman one? Is that it?
Just after the Catwoman one.
Who's the guy in the background, just so I know? Do we know or we don't know?
We don't know.
Okay.
No. But I just found it quite funny how they're in the 30s costumes.
But he doesn't have the purple gloves, though, right?
You can't really tell because he's got the cape wrapped around his fist.
Right, okay.
Also, I've sent that Infinite Frontier image. How weird does it look? Dan Jurgens pencils with Mikkel Hanin inks.
What, the big
Very weird.
The big
Very weird.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm still gonna pick up the Dan Jurgens Shattered Generation Shattered.
Wait, this Infinite Frontier #0 that you posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
it looks like an 8th grader.
Mikkel Hanin, who normally does his own work, but it's got Dan Jurgens pencils, who he's a fine penciler, but then with this if they got like this old style pencils and then new style inks, and it's just
does he always draw it like in this style? Is that clearly Jurgens' style?
the pencils, but like the inks and colors are completely different.
Yeah, I'm saying the pencils though, like the line work, how he draws those
The
characters.
pencils.
Is that how he draws them normally? Like he draws Superman like that on the
I think
regular?
so, yeah. I'll send you a picture of some of his artwork.
That seems like Action Comics shit.
Like that. Yeah, like some Action Comic style stuff.
Yeah.
It's like typical 90s Superman art.
Yeah.
Like quintessential, like what you imagine when you think of Superman.
Hell yeah. Anybody have, what do we got? We have like we're at 2 hours 10 minutes. We got 20 minutes. If you want to kill it, we can end it. It's up to you guys. You have any? Was there any other shout outs we had? I plan on watching The Mandalorian.
But
maybe tonight.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, I'll start that. I'll try to finish it. I heard it had a very emotional ending. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody else read Post Americana?
No.
Am I the only one that picked that up?
No.
I don't know about it.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys know.
Ooh, he drew a good Spider-Man. Sorry.
Didn't get a chance to read it yet.
Yeah, Zdarsky.
Yeah. Oh, and is that Jurgens? Is that what you're saying? His Superman?
The Superman one I just
that's a good Superman. That's a real good Superman. Well, that's way better than the Superman.
He's solid, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that drawing's better than
the cover looks really, really strange.
Yeah, that's amazing. That would be like...
Yeah.
That's what he should look like. Holy fuck.
Ah!
That looks like Alex Ross's version without the hyper realistic. You know how he has like such a great, like Alex Ross draws these faces like Captain America, Superman, and Batman all have the same face, like they're very like chiseled chinned.
I sent you the Jim Lee, Alex Ross coloring Jim Lee pencils.
You did send it, or you didn't?
Oh yeah, send that again, please.
Send it my way through the waves.
Send it. Lol, send it.
Let's see.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking
So say it again. What was it? Who did what on it?
Jim Lee pencils, and then Alex Ross painted over it.
That does look a lot like Kingdom Come.
That's pretty phenomenal. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I have such a weird relationship with Alex Ross. Like, I think it's phenomenal. It's weird seeing it in panels, Yeah, it's weird seeing it in panels. But sometimes it works really well. Sometimes in panels it's great. It's overwhelming. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Before we hop off, I want to give a couple shout outs for some issues, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
So we finished up the run of Bendis' Superman with issue 28. It definitely ended better than most of Bendis' other endings, which typically just kind of fall, in my opinion. This one I feel like at least had an ending to it. It was cute. It was very Superman. I feel like he did a better job understanding this character than a lot of other writers have in the past. I know a lot of people really like Dan Jurgens' 20-year-long run of Superman, but I'm not a fan. I just don't care about it. I feel like this was really strong of an ending. I don't think that this is the best work Bendis has ever done, but I enjoyed it for what it is. I think it was fun. I actually recommend it to a lot of people. I'm excited to see what he's going to do next. And yeah.
I think,
Sean, did you read this?
No, I haven't. I didn't get around to reading like issue 24, and then I just never caught up. I will finish it at some point just to get it out of the way. But I think I would rather. I know he likes writing 2 books, like for mirrored books, but like I think I'd rather him just do one and have a longer run on it, and then he could foreshadow more, pay off more. Like Rogel's art didn't go anywhere. Melody Moore didn't go anywhere. He set up all this stuff early on.
Melody Moore, I'm going to agree with, but the reason why I say for you for Rogel Zar is because he does make an appearance. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough then.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't know where that's going. I think that here's the thing. I think Bendis makes the case of taking over books and then giving material for people to write later. I have never read a Bendis book that is not full of material that is used for 10, 15 years later. So maybe he's not utilizing them all now because he's only doing 10, 20, 30 issues. But that's a character, that's a storyline that's going to be utilized everywhere. What he has done is made a really big dramatic change with a new enemy. a new change with the lineup with Clark Kent being revealed to the world. He's changed the dynamics with Daily Planet. He's changed the dynamics with his son, who is now a teenager. And a lot of people hate it, but I really like it. I think that he is a writer who knows that when he hops off, other writers are going to take over. And that means giving them material that's going to be strong for them to use or to throw away is up to them. And I think that that's what he recognizes with his work. I feel like this one ended strong. I don't think Action Comics is ending strong, but we're going to find out by next week.
I just wish he would have a longer run, because instead of a 28 issue run on one of them, he could have had a 56 issue run on another, on like just one of them, and he could have really set up a long continuous story with all these elements, but like more interwoven, building on each other, instead of having them fairly separate in the two books.
I hear your criticism. I think that's valid. I think the other funny part of that, though, with you is that I think that I've also heard from you that sometimes when he goes on long runs, it can detract from some of the things that you want. Like, there are some writers, when they do a shorter run on things, they have a lot that they can get packed together for what they want to do for their runs. And when they stretch things out too long or too far along, sometimes they sort of lose steam. And I feel like you could say that about some of the stuff that he stretches out too long. I really liked the way that he ended Uncanny X-Men, but I'm also happy that he didn't do a 200 issue run. Like, I'm happy that he does shorter runs on things.
It's that awkward middle ground where I feel like none of his stuff in Superman or Action Comics had chance to develop enough. And I feel like some of it, like Melody Moore was a terrible plot point. Like, she was introduced as a big new supporting character and then she was killed off panel.
I think
the dreaded off panel.
Well, it is off panel, but I feel like the reason why it was off panel is because it was a Superman book, you know?
I get that, but like her whole arc went nowhere. She was set up in Man of Steel as being like this really important character who's gonna Superman. She was the first person Superman revealed his identity to. And she was gonna be the new mayor of Metropolis. And then gone.
I do feel like that was a weak point. I'm not really sure what was going on with that. Maybe he wanted to have a character that could show the humanity and the passion of Superman at losing somebody, because it's not every day that Superman loses a character. You know, there's not a lot of
kill Jimmy Olsen.
Fuck you.
So now it's okay.
But the thing is, he will be back at some point. It's got the emotional weight you need there.
No.
He will be back.
So now it's okay to kill Jimmy. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Jimmy, not Dick. So Dick stays.
Listen here. Jimmy Olsen is a god, and I love him.
Okay, then who else could they have killed?
now they have to kill somebody. They have to kill somebody. Oh, no.
Well, no, my problem is, because they introduced this new character, and then kill her off, and it's supposed to be this powerful moment, like, oh shit, someone close to Superman's been killed, but it's like,
so
she's only been around.
Powerful. It could be. No, I'm just fucking with you. I know. I'm just messing.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I did read. I did finish the Ultimate Spider-Man by Bendis. It's cool. Sorry, I didn't really like his death. I thought he should have just been shot by the Punisher, and Captain America should have tried to rush him to the hospital and not make it in time and be on him. But he kind of got shot by the Punisher. Then he was just left there, and he wakes up and says, "Oh man, Captain America just left me here. What the hell?" And then he goes and fights the Sinister Six, and then all of a sudden, he fights the Sinister Six. He could have just died by the bullet wound from the Punisher. That would have been enough, but he fights the Sinister Six, and then his Aunt May whips out a gun and shoots Electro, and I'm kind of like, all right, you could have just been shot by the Punisher, and Captain America could have tried to save your life for saving his life.
For Brian Michael Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man run.
Yeah.
Spoilers, cool, Peter dies.
I liked, he actually made me enjoy the Clone Wars.
Saga. Yeah.
I like that. I like that Spider-Woman is a clone of him. I never really.
I know, that's so good.
I never really liked Ben Reilly being the Scarlet Spider because he was cooler. Like the Scarlet Spider's sick. Like his outfit was awesome.
Yeah.
So when Spider-Woman and it got to be a woman, and I was like, for some reason I'm comfortable with this. I thought it was cool. I thought it was neat, and she was cool. She was a pretty cool character.
Bendis does a really good job of taking some of the weaker points in comics or franchises and then making them strong. I personally loved the death of Peter Parker. I thought that it was very Peter Parker and very Marvel. But I think that's the reason why I liked it so much, is because it felt like Spider-Man making a sacrifice, and that feels appropriate.
But he made he made a sacrifice. He saved Captain America's life, and then all of a sudden he wakes up. He just wakes up and says, "Oh man, I saved his life, and he just left me here, I guess."
Well, I think that's the point, right? For me, I'm picturing Spider-Man being like the character that's always kind of like jokingly tossed to the side accidentally.
I guess, but
in the case of saving,
it kind of detracts from Captain America's character and like nature.
Well, are you reading the event that's going along with it as well? Because there's a reason why.
Yeah, I know. I saw him like hold him up, and he's like, "Oh, we'll be with you, kid. You know, you're gonna be the best of us, kid."
I feel like the weak point of that event was that there was an event being written by somebody else, and then Bendis is like, "I'm going to use this to bounce off of that."
Yeah, because that's how it felt like.
It
felt like two events were going on, and I was kind of like, "Damn, man, it didn't."
Yeah,
it kind of took away from how important but it was.
I respect that. No, I mean, I still enjoy it, but I respect that you feel that way.
Yeah, I'm glad I got 150 issues of. I got pretty much the whole. I know Spider-Man now. Like I know his sagas at least. I know that he has like Venom sagas, you know, he has clone sagas. I know he has, you know, Hobgoblin shit. I know, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel good. Like, I feel like I've got a collected base on his whole life. And now if I want to read Hobgoblin shit, I'm going to go back and find some Hobgoblin stories, you know, and read the OG ones and shit.
How happy were you when he died?
No, I'm never happy when a character dies. I'm crying my fucking eyes out. I'm never happy.
You just want it to happen.
Yes, because
a guy just want to cry.
It really is. It really is simple as that. Make me cry. God Country made me cry. That thing ripped my fucking heart out.
You need to read it. It's so good. So powerful.
It was crazy. Like, just he's talking about he should be able to remember his
no
wife.
Spoilers. I can't really remember a lot of it, so
yeah.
I'm going to read it this week.
I want it because it makes me feel, and I'm cool. I want to feel.
Sure.
I don't want to laugh.
No,
I don't want to fucking laugh. I laugh in real life. I just, when I go see a movie about... So, all right, I'm going to relate it back to one thing that William Dafoe said as the Green Goblin. He was like, a hero...
He's going to bring up Snyder.
No, he says, you know what they hate more, or you know what they like more than seeing a hero win? One fall. And I'm like, yeah, he's right. He's 100% right. It's true. There's a reason why Infinity War wins. It wins all 22 movies. It beat every single one. Because they did what they did. Nobody saw that shit.
So I think this is the difference between us, is that for me, I enjoyed Infinity War, but I liked Endgame dramatically better. And the reason why is because I don't want to just see a hero or a character get beat down. I want to see them rise up to the occasion. That's why I like Spider-Man, is because no matter how many times he gets knocked down, he gets back up. And that's appealing to me, because I think we can all find something sympathetic or empathize with a character that feels beaten up, like they've been taken down multiple times, and that's an appealing point to the character. But the appealing point, I don't think for anybody is that they get attacked or hurt. It's that there's something to follow up from that. Sometimes that means that it makes you stronger or it makes you go crazy. But I think that how you rise to the occasion is what makes that strong, right? And I think that that's where we both agree on that common ground, is that we all agree that a character kind of coming back up from that Dark Knight Rises is one of the more exciting things to see. We want to see them fall, but we want to also see them rise from that.
I'd like to point out the Spider-Verse. I think it's funny because you have two different Spider-Men. The perfect Spider-Man dies. Everything went right in his life, and he dies. The worst Spider-Man, fat guy who's sucking pizza up out of a box with his webs. Yeah, he failed at everything. Mary Jane
I just watched
left
it last
him.
night.
You know, all this shit. So I think it's funny.
For the umpteenth time.
That's cool. It's
such a good film.
It is really good.
How do you guys feel about Dan Slott?
Well, I don't know. Is Miles a little too swaggish?
Drated black swagger.
Fucking people. Like, have you ever heard of that? I'm like, what the fuck, man? He's just, come on. He's a kid from, where's he from? Brooklyn? He's from Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn. Come on. Get over it. You must be...
It doesn't have a Brooklyn accent.
That's true.
I'm going to... When I get some good video editing tools,
but his mom also
about Miles Morales.
His mom also is like, Miles, you know, she's got an accent. Dad's kind of like always yelling, so you can't really get his accent. So, oh man.
So how do you guys feel about Dan Slott?
I don't know enough about him. I never read his Spider-Man.
I don't know.
Run, so
he's written some
know.
good stuff in the past, but every time I've tried to read his stuff, it's just very, very mediocre.
I feel like his highest point.
Terrible, but it's just never good.
Sure, I feel like his highest point was Silver Surfer, and
I've heard very good stuff about that.
What won Eisner?
Do you know what numbers?
Michael Red.
Do you know what numbers they were? Like what Silver Surfer
issues 1 through 20, I think.
I don't think I read it then.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've got some of that stuff pulled up right now.
Dan Slott does a really good job of telling a story kind of like old school, like Silver Age style comic books sometimes. And I think that he's really strong in his Fantastic Four run right now. There's still times where I'm
he lets
like,
to do most of the work.
Silver Surfer Volume 7.
According to
he does the Marvel method. Yeah.
So 2014 through 2017.
Okay, no, I didn't read.
I'm really enjoying Fantastic Four. I'm surprised that I am, but I'm continuously reading it, and I'm kind of surprised every time. I'm like, I kind of want to put this away, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm hoping they keep that type of Reed Richards in the MCU. That
agreed.
He's more
dude. John Watts is directing it.
He's smart, and that's why you guys. I posted it a couple times, but you should listen to this Marvels thing because in the Marvels like whatever voice movie thing or whatever you want to call it. I forget what they call it. Like, it's cool, man.
Marvel voices.
Yes. No. It's like a Marvel. It's like a whole animated it's a series that it recreates the Marvel's Kurt Busiek story, and it like it's fucking crazy, man. It feels like a whole movie's going on in your ears. But like Mr. Fantastic, dude, the shit that comes out of his mouth is so politically like it's awesome. I never heard him so serious in my life. And you hear the way this guy talks about it's all about the day Galactus came,
Right.
And how they were managed to get rid of him, but nobody believes. Like they think it was all just it's crazy. It's like huge. It's like Watchmen. It's like political. It's a huge conspiracy. Pretty cool. Super cool. So it's fun to listen to. Method Man plays Ben Urich.
Method Man. All right on.
Ben Urich, I think.
It's just the normal Marvel series.
I can post it again. Yeah, just type in Marvels by Stitcher, I think, or Stitcher Presents Marvels.
Last thing I'm going to mention is the Immortal Hulk King in Black issue. It was a silent issue.
I was going to read this, but I didn't get around to it.
It's a silent issue, and it's following up the Immortal Hulk storyline going on right now. Hulk is skinny as hell, and he fights a two-headed symbiote that's possessed a corpse, and it's just fucking cool, dude. It throws back to a really old issue of the Incredible Hulk that's like still breaks my heart to this day. There's not a lot of silent issues of comics out there. This did a really good job of it. They dig it.
I'm
really sad to see that this is coming to an end with issue 50. Sorry?
Hedra.
I was saying shout out to another silent issue, Batman and Robin number 18.
Oh, good call
Don't
out.
know anyone else here has read it. Yeah.
Good call out. That run was actually really good.
What are you downloading? Marvels, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll read it. I'll read it.
You guys are obviously seeing in the chat that I'm buying some older comics. I bought issue number 1 of 7 to Eternity by Rick Remender.
Nice.
Yeah.
$40. Pretty decent price.
What were you saying just before I interrupted Batman and Robin?
I don't know.
I was saying that I'm sad that Immortal Hulk is kind of coming to an end in issue 50.
Oh, that's
Bums
cool.
me out.
No, but it is coming to a conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. That's good though. That's good.
There is a plan.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I agree.
The writer said that, but I haven't heard it really. Al Ewing hasn't commented on it, so he might have more.
I'll be reading it pretty soon. That's cool.
We'll see where it goes.
Anybody want to shout out their stuff, Shawnee? You want to shout out your stuff? Tell them where they can find you.
Did anyone else have anything else they read that they want to shout out?
Yeah, by all means.
Give me 2 minutes and I'll read Kick-Ass.
What is everyone's pick of the week?
Ooh, that's weird. I don't know. They were pretty good. Well, I'll start by taking this one out of the bag. Just fucking at the end.
And then right on top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Yeah, I'm gonna do Rorschach. Rorschach's been making me think
That's
about it a lot.
I'll do that too. Rorschach. It's good with me. I was gonna be stubborn and give it to Black Cat because of Captain America. That was enough for me. But no, I'll give it to Rorschach.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
To Superman 28 because it was the last issue of Bendis' run, and that makes me happy.
Salt.
You're just a
No, I'm
hater.
joking. I'm giving it to Decorum.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
This issue brought everything together nicely, and
Okay.
because this whole time I've been wondering how it's going to bring everything together because these two plots seem so separate.
I guess
and
now it's time for me to read it.
Oh, sorry, spoilers.
No,
Shit.
but at least he knows.
Go for
it. Yeah. At least he knows, like, issue 6, things come together. It happens.
This is when it starts to.
Yeah. It forms. Bullshit.
Yeah.
What is your pick of the week, Josh?
I really like Stillwater, but I want to pick Solid Blood because that was such an event.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
It's a special little thing.
When it goes digital, I'll read it. I just don't want to pull it out.
Yeah.
I'm being weird. I'll rip a page. And for some reason, I feel like this might be of value at maybe.
I'd spend $20 on it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you only printed like 10,000 of them.
Yeah,
correct.
I feel gratitude for it.
It seems way too low considering my shop had a dozen copies.
Yeah, who knows? Are there 1,000 comic book shops?
I don't know. That's weird to think about though, because someone
on Reddit said they live in Australia and their shop had dozens on the shelf.
Weird.
Okay,
really? Maybe it's a lie. Maybe
even
the print was a lie, and it was like 100 million. You can wipe your ass with these.
We'll find out.
Oh my god.
We'll find out in a couple months whenever we see the numbers for it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll read this for next week. And
me too. If it's digital.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not open.
I'll just send you pictures of the pages.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
yeah, I'll totally do that.
Yeah.
Breaking the law.
Real candid ones too. Yeah, real candid ones. Like you were like, they shouldn't.
It's not. If you lived closer, you could borrow my physical copy, but you don't. So I will let you physically borrow the digital pictures of the.
I'll just stick my arm out the window, and then you stick your arm out, and we'll just hope that our arms connect.
Just off screen.
Yeah, just like awesome.
For legal reasons, we are swapping books.
Yeah.
There you go, Dave.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. Cool. You want to shout out some stuff, Sean? Where they can find you?
Follow me on Insta and Twitter at SeanWalsh747.
Oh yeah. Ty, you want to tell them where they can find you?
You can find me on the hell site that is twitter.com at Talking About Comics. That's talking with no G, about with no A, and comics with an X at the end. I'm also on TikTok, though I'm not really on it very much lately. It's Tyler Brown is here.
I think Twitter, I think they just came out with like a top social medias or whatever, or it's not even like social medias. It was like communities, top like social communities, and Pornhub beat Twitter. Like, it's like
beat Twitter. That's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was like, damn, really? That's nutty. But they had their own controversy happen.
That's nutty. Oh, puns. He's got puns.
I wish I was doing it on purpose. I swear. I wish. You want to tell them where they can or cannot find you?
You can find me on our subreddit.
Nice.
Yeah, any one of them.
Yeah, any and all of them.
Subreddit multiverse.
We're doing it here. We're trying. We'll get it. We'll get a community. We'll get a community. As always, I'm Fleece Fist. You can find me at Instagram and Twitch. I just post nonsense, I guess. Just things I see in comic books. But it's weird because I look at people who post things on their, like, I guess some channels on Instagram, and dude, they get like thousands and thousands of likes, and I see the things they post, and I'm like, I took a fucking photo of that too. Like, I didn't get that many likes. I was just like, holy shit.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
take him to Karma Court.
Yeah, it's just crazy that, like, it's weird because, like, I can't post on subreddits because people kick me off the subreddits because it's not, they're like, well, that doesn't fit our very specific whatever this is. I'm like, I'm just trying to post a comic shit that people may or may not want to comment on and have a conversation about, but apparently I can't do it, so they hate me. But
it's a conspiracy against you.
It is. It's just they know me. As always, we are Beyond the Source Wall. We are a comic podcast talking anything and everything comics. I'm sure next week. Does anybody know what their next week is? Is it light? Is it
A heavy week? Heavy flow?
Pretty heavy for
I knew
Walmart.
you were going to say that.
That one was on purpose. Haha.
We have got big things. We've got Bendis' Last Action Comics issue, 1028. We've got the final issue of Gideon Fools. King in Black #2. Undiscovered Country 11. Something's Killing the Children 13. Department of Truth 4. Batman White Knight Harley issue 3. Dark Knight's Death Metal Secret Origin.
That one
You
has
guys
Jeff
have
Johns.
Jeff
La- the
Johns,
la-
Superboy Prime.
The last issue with The Last God, this chapter.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, Last God 11 for you guys.
Last issue of the arc for Maestro. I think Dave and I.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
reading it.
I'll power read that this week then. I'll read it.
Yep. Looks like we're finally gonna get one of the last issues of Outcast.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been
47.
weirdly pushed back or not dated or
They
something.
are taking their sweet
Yeah.
time.
The penultimate issue.
Nice. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. As always, hit us up. See if we, you want to talk comics. Hit us up, and we'll see how we can include you in the show.
Yeah.
Stop by and talk shit. And enjoy it. But ta-ta for now. See you guys.
Ta-ta.